Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Explorations. It's wonderful to be with you, as it always is. Thank you for your patience these past few days as I worked through my own physical sickness. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. I thank the universe for this misery, for this pain. I cherish 85. I cherish the opportunity to languish for no reason and to no end. If for no other purpose than to watch the program work, to spelunk the deepest depths, to be pushed to the brink, to stare into the abyss, to even allow the question of why to wither and fade, and then the program to pull me back. The program pulled me back, and that's why I am here in front of you today, as I always have been and always will be. I will never die, and I don't respect people who do. Namaste, everyone. Set your intention for tonight and dig deep into that mind of yours to get some dreams out. That's right, we're going to talk about dreams in just a little bit. Namaste. I'll see you all very soon. Bit Sculptor, you're home. Don't worry. Something tells me you're going to fit right in. Namaste. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the internet's foremost and fastest growing self-help spiritual science talk show of the internet. My name is Leslie, and tonight we are going to get into dreams. What are they? Who gives a shit? But we're going to use them to fix me to fix you. That and much more tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Explorations. It's wonderful to be with you. It's absolutely wonderful to be with you. How is everybody doing? Thank you so much for your patience these last couple days. Jessica, Cherish, Not Me, Lynn, Miracle, Big Red, Bit Sculptor. Everybody welcome Bit Sculptor. Bit Sculptor wandered in and doesn't really know what they're getting involved in, but bless them, we're going to find out. We're going to explore each other tonight, explore the universe, and I will, with the power of Explorations, as I always do, I will cure each and every single one of you. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what's wrong with you. I don't care. You create a list. You challenge me. You come up with the most fucked up thing you can. You show me the bare ass of your subconscious, and I'll put a little plug in that butthole, and I'll send that spiritual poop right back into your gutty works, reprocess, come out looking good, smelling even better. Namaste. Fox Mulder 81, thank you for that subscription. Bless you and namaste to you. I really cherish that warmth this early. Someone hitting us with a subscription this early must be very inspired sharing. And very inspired sharing. Namaste. Nindy New, great to see you as well. I've had 3 days of absolute brinksmanship. I've been against, my back's been against the wall, and I've been staring into the abyss with some gutty problems, some gutty work. So I had a whole, you know, it felt like I had a fistful of gravel in my tummy. Over the past couple days, I wondered why I experienced such the depth of pain that sort of dissociated me from a sense of space and time. Space and time, they are not as real as you think, and you can just get a tummy ache so fucking bad that you want to blow your brains out, and that can be such a gift, can't it? That could be such a gift. How many women in the chat also experience many stomach aches? Many stomach aches. How many? Huh? Night. Great to see you. The Night Owl, thank you so much for those. You're just jumping in, getting saucy, getting sassy and saucy on a Friday night. I love that energy. Thank you. I cherish you. Peppercorn Patty, Jessica, Pants, the ladies really coming out. Hashtag me too. That's meant for I think that's meant for the R word, not for tummy aches, but I love the, you know, every part of the buffalo is what I say when it comes to women's issues, and I appreciate your warmth and your honesty in sharing your story tonight. Namaste. Can't wait to get into even more of those and even weirder ones as we discuss tonight dreams. We're getting into dreams. It's been a while since we had a show like this, since we got into the nuts and bolts of our subconscious minds to allow me maybe a better, deeper look under the hood so that I may be able to fix each and every single one of you. Namaste. And of course I will, because of course I do. This is Explorations with Leslie Tanner, and my name is Leslie Tanner, the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe both inside and outside, subjective and objective, self and other. We explore these universes to harness, unlock, and unleash the true power that courses through our veins even right now as we speak. We will interrogate the border between this dream world and this waking shared physical reality. We will interrogate the border between these two seemingly disparate worlds. How many times have you been told that, explorers? How many times have you been told that, explorers, that your dreams aren't real? That your dreams aren't real? How many times? And from what age have we been burdened with the yoke of the primacy of shared physical reality? You know, and I've just about had it up to here. I've had it up to here. I've had it up to here. I've had it up too much. We are making dreams real tonight, and it's not going to be good. It's going to be bad. We are going to make dreams real tonight, and it will not be good. It will be very bad. Most dreams are bad. The subconscious is terrifying. Namaste. How's everybody doing that? How's everybody doing tonight, huh? Let's get into let's grade each other. Let's vibe up. It's been a couple days. I had to postpone last night very unfortunately. I was otherwise I was so eager to blast forth out of a cannon like a young pubescent penis ready to just spit its seed into the world. However, I was not that. I was not a pubescent penis. I had a tummy ache, as I said before, that drove me to the brink of the mind. Cherish 85, I'm feeling really good. Wonderful. Great to hear. Wonderful to hear. I love that. I am cherishing you, weirdly enough. Thank you. Why did you name yourself Cherish 85? Can you tell me that? Why and how you named yourself Cherish 85? What is the importance of that word cherish? Because I say it all the time too, but I never thought it could be a name. I'd be better with some peach cobbler, says Jessica. I'd be better with some peach cobbler. Now, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't be better with some peach cobbler? A little tin of peach cobbler, maybe a little scoop of ice cream or something on top of it. Caller, welcome to Explorations. You know what? Fuck it. We know exactly what we're doing tonight, right, gang? Right. Let's get into calls. Even though I didn't say that the line is open, but I did put the number on the screen, so this is my responsibility. Caller, how you doing tonight? Caller, I know who this is. It's Dave. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure we're not getting. Okay, there's no. Yeah, we can't hear. Can anybody hear? Dave, go ahead and make some sounds. Nope. Okay. I don't know why this happens, but we're going to fix it. We always do. I did. I fucked up the stream. This is just another day in the this is another day of me doing stuff very naturally and not doing it well. There we go. Namaste. Hey Dave, can you make some noise for us?
Hello.
Wonderful. There we are. VRE boy. Hello, VRE boy coming in with a little bit of humor, calling me Biscuit Boy. I don't have any idea what that could possibly mean. I do enjoy biscuits, and we'll have one later, but namaste. So, Dave, it's wonderful to hear from you. People are greeting you from the chat. I don't know if you can see that in real time, but I wanted to relay that to you just in case.
I see.
Well,
I'm excited about I'm excited about the topic about tell me your dreams.
Exactly, yes. We're going to be talking about dreams tonight.
You mean dreams sleeping or dreams of, being like famous or something?
No, I mean, no. Sometimes I do like to play that game where, leaving it up to interpretation, a subjective interpretation from the chat. However, that's not what I want to do tonight. I want to get into it with you all about a very specific topic, dreams while we're asleep, the messages we receive from the subconscious mind.
Okay. Well, a lot of my dreams are negative. I have a lot of nightmares.
Talk to me about your nightmares, Dave. What kind of nightmares?
I'm always being chased or always some negativity going on. My dreams are always negative. They're not positive.
You're being chased. Does it cause? Is it scary when you're being chased?
It's just frustrating, It's never like, I'm in a field with beautiful women or something. It's always some negative dream.
Okay. Now, when you're dreaming, Dave, when you wake up and you're being, let's use that chase one as an example. That's a good one. And when you're dreaming and you're being chased, are you being chased by anything in particular? What are you normally being chased by?
I can't. Well, of course, it's hard to remember, but I'm always under some, stress, or there's some stress going on. I'm running or falling or fighting, or it's always something negative.
And what are some negative things? Name me 3 negative things right now.
Oh, well, falling, to drowning. Drowning is a big one.
Falling, drowning.
Getting beat up.
Now, but do you ever have your bow staff in your dreams, though?
No. I'm always just a helpless guy. Just everything's coming at me every which way. I don't know what it means. Even though my real life, everything is positive, good business, good health, whatever. Why are my dreams so negative?
Because you are a driven person, and what we are driven by is, very few of us, if any, get to control being driven by certain things. We don't get to, you take a really talented actor, for instance, Dave. This is the first thing that is popping in my mind right off of, because you've got glistening muscles. Your BMI is out of control, especially for a man of your age.
Right.
You've got a thriving business in one of the most competitive markets in the world. You're sexually back on the horse, and now this is on paper. This is success. This is actualization. However, you're driven, and you're successful because you're driven. Now, we don't get to pick what our engine runs on, though. Very rarely do we get to pick, and I think that most people think that there's an answer in controlling what we are driven on, and I think that's foolishness.
So you think my success in the real world is affecting my dreams in the dream world?
Yeah, you have something to lose now, and like you're really staking your life on your actual drive as we speak right now. And since you've had to redefine yourself, these things are coming to the fore, is my guess. Now, I swear, I wish I could share with you how many times I've had a client or someone in explorations come up to me as a sort of refugee from mindfulness. Now, you've heard this mindfulness shit, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so this mindfulness shit is worse than worthless in my opinion. We should not celebrate mindfulness. We should have a war on mindfulness. If bosses are telling you to be mindful, then you should know that you've been encircled in shit. So what I wanted to say about that though is we can't choose our drives. It's kind of like putting diesel into an unleaded gasoline engine, right? What would happen if we did that?
I think I'm going to sleep with my bow staff. I like that idea.
Yeah, Jessica. I see Jessica, my colleague, dropping in some really excellent advice. I think what the universe is calling you towards is heightened success, but also heightened misery in some ways.
Do you think subconsciously I can't accept that my life has been improved and I still want to be 300 pounds in a sack of shit?
Yes, I would say that there's part of you that wants it, and there's part of you that would rather die than go back there.
Oh, boy, you really you really know how to diagnose dreams.
This is truly a call. I feel as if I've fucked up my life so badly, and I've just written so many worthless dreams of my own down that I feel as if hopefully I've achieved a little bit on my own.
I'm not trying to kiss your ass or anything, but I think you should write a book.
I agree.
I think that's the final. I mean, every mental health professional under the sun has a book. What about the Explorations book?
It's begun. I'm drafting it right now as we speak. I wrote just a couple pages actually on Wednesday afternoon. I wrote a couple pages. The sort of haze of my sickness broke for a moment. And I wrote a couple pages down about the four steps, the four tenets. Is that something that you'd be interested in, Dave, in reading?
Absolutely. Are you kidding? Absolutely. I think that would be one of the big New York Times bestsellers.
I would love that. I would love that so much. I would put my heart, and I am putting my heart and soul into it. Hopefully I can find a way, maybe an audio book, and I could play a little saxophone with it. I'd have to learn how to play the saxophone, but...
That would be great, too, the audio book. Is Misha proofreading it?
Mish, will you proofread my book?
Is she making sure it's written correctly, spell check, and all that?
Mish, will you proofread it? Will you be the proofreader? Or all caps?
Sure.
100% yelling. She's screaming. I could hear her in her room screaming that.
Oh wow, that's funny. Yes. This has been, wow. I mean, again, it's a redundant statement, but again, you've hit the jackpot. You've hit the bullseye. Now I know why my dreams are so negative. You've really helped me a lot.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know if there's an answer in resolving that tension, but that tension is there, and it's good to know and know the shape of it, and you'd be able to sort of hold it in front of you, interact. Maybe you get a little something out of that. But I don't think there's any resolving that anytime soon.
I encourage everyone to call tonight and explain your dreams.
Namaste, Dave.
I encourage it.
I can't thank you enough for just kind of jumping in head first and getting us started, really getting us started on the right foot tonight.
Namaste.
Namaste, Dave. Wow. Oh, you know it's going to be a good night if the first caller is Dave. First caller is Dave. Six-packed, shredded cock, small business owner, Dave. It's funny he's a little bitch in his dreams and he does bow staff stuff in real life. Wonder how common that is. Getting chased around like a little pig while you in your dream world, but in real life you can do a whole bow staff routine and probably kill men. Big muscly moose pecker on this guy. Couldn't agree more with that. Hopefully Dave saw that. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hi, Leslie. This is Puddin.
Puddin, it's great to hear from you. It's been a couple months.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to hear from you, Puddin. I'm glad you're still with us.
Oh yeah. I'm big fan.
Wonderful. Well, Puddin, what can I do for you tonight? Tonight we're talking about dreams. Have you been watching the program tonight?
Yes, I have been. I have a dream, and I don't understand it. I have it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a dream where I have to move back. No, I don't have to. I'm moving back to my college town, and I'm getting an apartment. But then I'm like, I don't really want to live in my college town. I'll just get an apartment for like 6 months. But then I'll move to where I really want to live, and then I can't figure out what it means, but I have it over and over again.
So break down the beats of this dream one more time for me. You had this dream that you want to move to. You're kind of stuck in between leaving the home and getting your own place.
It's like I'm in my life now, but for some reason I'm moving back to my college town in small town Missouri, Columbia, Missouri. I'm going back there. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to end up in Columbia, but we'll just go live there for like 6 months. But then it's like, but why? Why are we going back there? And then I'm like looking for an apartment, and it's like we have to get one tomorrow. And I was like, oh, I'll just call some people. We'll get one right away. And then we get these terrible apartments that, of course, we don't want to live in. I'm referring to my husband and I. And I don't understand why I keep having these dreams where I'm doing something that I don't, I guess that I don't want to do, and going back to my college town.
I see what you're saying. Loud and clear right now. Now, what I think is going on partly. Now, I want to get into the details of some of these dreams, if you would, with me, Puddin.
Yeah.
Now, in your dreams, in these dream worlds, when you go look at these new apartments in Columbia, Missouri, beautiful town, by the way.
Yeah, Columbia was great.
No. Columbia's great. Now, so that's not the problem. What's the town like that you live in now? How would you describe it? 3 words. Don't do a long one. Just 3 words.
Smoky, big city.
What was the first one?
Smoky, big city.
Smoky, big city. Okay, so you're in a smoky, big city, and you got sort of a college town. It's sort of especially for that part of the United States. That's a pretty eclectic little town, right?
Totally. Yeah, Columbia. Yeah, it was a great town when I lived there. But in my waking life, going back there would feel would not feel good.
Okay, interesting. Now, when you went to, so it's not the towns, and it's not feeling good, but you don't know why. So I have an idea of why. When you go to these apartments and visit these apartments, what do they smell like?
I don't know what they smell like, but they're always huge, and there's lots of people always walking through them. They're like, this is what we have, and it's like the lobby of some building that everybody's walking through, and it's not like an apartment.
Interesting. Okay, so not it's a sort of a walkway, a place that is not your own. You have no agency, you have no control over this place.
Right.
Okay, and then I'm going to ask you again, and I'm going to keep pushing you on this point. What does it smell like?
What does it smell like? And it's like this is all due to like a total lack of planning on my part. What does it smell like? I feel like it smells musty probably.
Kind of humid? Was it a
not
little
good.
humid?
It's definitely not good.
Musty,
it's
not good. Would you say it's damp?
Yeah. Damp?
Yeah. Would you describe it as it smells damp?
Yeah. It's yeah. Totally.
And then, is it warm or is it cold?
It's not cold. I guess it's warm.
Okay.
It's warm. Yeah.
So warm, but you don't want to be there. Okay. I know.
It's like, why am I here if I'm just going to leave in a few months? This is stupid. Like, just do the thing you want to do. It's like how it feels in the dream.
So the reason I was picking at the smell thing because largely these dreams about a hometown, these apartments, and sometimes, not all the time, but given your situation, you're in a smoky big city, you're making it happen. Consciously, what you're telling me out, verbally, is that you want to be where you are, pursuing what you're pursuing in the big smoky city. Am I wrong?
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. I feel like I could do it even bigger. But yeah.
You could go to a bigger city even, which is the opposite direction of the stinky, damp Columbia.
Yeah, that's true. All my friends keep going to bigger cities.
Listen, I'm going to make this real short and to the point for you, okay? Now, we can talk about what I'm about to say, but this is my final judgment on the dream, is that Columbia, this apartment, now the reason I pushed on the smell, and you said musty, and you said damp.
Yeah.
You agreed to damp.
Yeah.
Now, what else is musty and damp?
Like
what
a basement?
Other place that sort of calls us back, that, especially in times of anxiety, of insecurity, of we may be unsure about our future. And what musty, damp place calls us back?
Are you thinking about a locker room?
I'm talking about your mother's vagina, your mom's pussy. I'm talking about you're being called back to a damp hole that you have no control over. And you sort of resent it. It's only going to be a little bit because you just want to go back for a little bit, but you're afraid you'll be stuck there maybe. I think that what's happening right now is exactly that. You can, and the thing is, you not only physically but spiritually can never go back inside of your mother's pussy womb.
Right. Right. As musty as it may be.
Must be. I'm sorry. Say it again.
As musty as it might be, you can't go back.
As comfortable as the must may be.
Uh-huh.
There's just no way to go back. It's unfortunate. And I'm not going to play games and say, oh, I don't know, maybe it's good. And maybe some of your friends or family are playing that game with you. Maybe it'll be a good idea. Think about it. There's pros and cons of both. I'm telling you right now, cons. Only cons. You can't go back.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Physically or spiritually, an adult cannot fit back inside of a womb.
No. Not the womb of my mom, not the womb of Columbia, Missouri.
No, no. As eclectic, and again, I'll say that this maybe your mother is a wonderful woman, and I don't know that for sure, but maybe she is. Maybe she's a little Columbia, Missouri, of a person. Would you say that?
My parents met there. I was born in Columbia, Missouri. Maybe I should have said that. I was born in Columbia, Missouri, and I went to college there. My parents went to college. I was named after a building in Columbia, Missouri. Puddin Hall.
That's so funny. That's so funny that you've been, shaped, but I would argue also marred by this experience at Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah. It's a town where people will feed the parking meters for you if they notice that you're running out of time.
That's what they'll do?
That's the kind of town it is.
Well, God bless them. God bless them. That's so nice of them. That's so nice that they but in this situation, these niceties act as a sort of quicksand for you.
Well, yeah, I think it kind of goes with what you're saying. Is it's like this, like, comforting, we'll take care of you kind of place.
Yeah. Yeah, but what they wanted to do was kill you. Don't forget that. Your mother on some level wishes to kill you is from the moment you're born.
That's probably
all
true.
mothers want that, Puddin.
Yeah. I can. That resonates.
On some level. And hopefully we're defended against that place as mothers, from that place in our mind that wants to snuff the life of that which we create. But, some of us aren't, as we see all too often.
I don't know. I actually have a child, and I was pretty conscious of that urge earlier today.
There's just something that you want to, either out of rage or just like, you want to put your teeth into their soft little skull like a peach. Like you mentioned Peach Cobbler earlier. We're here connecting dots in the universe.
Yeah.
Sometimes we
just want to chill, Yeah. Well, man, thanks, Leslie.
Oh, Puddin', it was my pleasure.
I hope this clears up the dream. I hope that I stop having it now that I understand it.
Well, consider it entering the dojo of the mind. If you're battling your subconscious, it's we don't need to just let it teach us stuff. We can fight it. We can throw some bows back. Maybe we could do. I don't know what that looks like, but I think that I'm right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Puddin', listen, I won't keep you all night. I appreciate you being so generous with your spirit this evening. Is there anything else that you'd just like to share with everyone before we move on?
Just that the program works. I'm long time program person, and thanks, Leslie. Thanks for everything you do.
Puddin'?
You make the world a brighter place.
Namaste, Puddin'. I really appreciate your warmth tonight.
Namaste.
Namaste. Wonderful call. Wonderful call. Great to talk to Puddin'. It's been a while since we got to speak to Puddin'. It's been a while. I always love it when the old explorers come back to the fold. 708-240-8953. We're discussing dreams. Well, you just have to call. Somebody just left a voicemail. Just call back. (708-240-8953). 708-240-8953. We're making, as Nindy New puts it, we're absolutely making a difference tonight. I will leave this program tonight. We're not doing the teacher-student subjective little wrestle thing. We're not doing that tonight. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
Hi. You can just call me Ahmed. That works. Or Ahmed or Ahmed.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say it again?
Hold on. Give me one. Hi. You can just call me Ahmed. That's my name.
Ahmed.
But you can call me Ahmed or... Yeah.
Ahmed, well, it's great to speak to you, Ahmed. Is this your first time calling tonight?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is.
Well, listen, bless you. Namaste, and thank you for... Is this the first time you've watched the program, or have you been watching for a little bit?
I've watched, I don't think I've watched the full stream, but I've definitely watched a very, very entertaining show. Probably, I don't watch streams often, but you guys are, I would say, in my top 3.
Namaste.
When it comes to streams.
Namaste. Yeah, it's some of these streamers make it pretty difficult to watch streams for more than a minute or two, right?
Oh, definitely. Especially me, you know, I'm a full-time college student, so I don't have a lot of free time, but, you know.
Imagine.
So I got to ration.
Imagine that, you know, you take some time out of your day, let loose a little bit, and you want your entertainment to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a lot of it.
Imagine that. Imagine a world where that was the case.
I know, right? It's an absurdity. I mean, obviously, the height of mental artistic engagement is watching a dude silently play a mildly challenging video game while saying in the most...
You know, and I've heard from, you know, those kinds of streamers before when they'll say like, oh, growing a channel is so hard. What do I do? And you watch something on screen, you watch a little bit of their stream, and it is just like somebody had already poured concrete into the ground, and you're watching it be wet for hours.
Yeah.
They don't engage. Absolutely. They don't. It's like what the heck?
I know. It's absurd. But hey, I mean, some people manage to make it work, and you know how it is in the entertainment industry. Sadly, a couple of people manage to make bank out of something. You're going to have dozens, if not hundreds of imitators that don't succeed, but you know, just chase the success.
Our alpha orangutans. They're absolute top of their game. Extremely charismatic, extremely talented, funny. They've got it all. A whole crazy old package, and it's sometimes it could be like looking into the sun.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, you're completely right. Completely right. Yeah.
Before we talk about your dream, which I want to ask you about, and I don't mean to cut you off, but
no problem.
What are you going to school for?
Oh, I'm going to school for my program is a bit of a pretentious name. It's my program is called Interactive Media Design. It's basically mostly web development with some. I also take some graphic classes, some photography, some videography. The idea behind it is that it's just kind of a general like digital arts education, because you know I love tech, I love art. You know, I'm a very big video game guy, very big painting and drawing guy. So it seemed like the best path for me, career-wise. So yeah, that's my program. It's a digital arts.
Certainly understand that. Certainly understand. I mean, this hell that technology is dragging us into is sort of making everything a multimedia experience.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. I'm just. That's exactly what I'm trying to. I'm just trying. I don't want to be dragged, kicking and screaming by modernity. I'm gonna just go in it, die first, go to the deepest depths of it.
I love that. I love that lust. I can hear the lust.
Exactly.
I can hear your horniness coming through the phone. Now, let's chat about your dreams. Speaking of horniness, what kind of dreams do you have? Good, bad? When I ask you for your dreams, Ahmed, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Okay, my first dream, and I think you're gonna love this, and I think the chatters are gonna love it too. It was,
can't wait.
Yeah. So nowadays, it's a childhood classic. As a kid, I used to have these incredibly vivid, like fantastical and kind of realistic dreams. I don't really dream as much nowadays. My sleeps tend to be pretty blank, but I do have a lot of childhood dreams that really struck with me. What's funny about some of them is that they were, in retrospect, kind of disturbing, but as a kid I didn't think of them that way, That's kind of weird when that happens, right? When it's like, as a kid you'll see something fucked up, and it's only in retrospect and the influence of maturity that you realize, oh wait, that was disturbing. How was I okay with that as a kid?
Certainly, you learn some more things, and you kind of reset your normal, your baseline.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this dream started when And in order to like kind of explain it, I'm gonna have to briefly give some context. So I'm Somali Canadian. I was born in Canada, and then I moved back to my home country in Somalia. It's a country in Eastern Africa when I was around 10 or so. So I spent half of my life in Canada and then half of it in my home country, and then I moved back to Canada a couple of years ago for college. And so this dream occurred to me like within the first few months of me moving back to my home country in Eastern Africa. And, after, and it was such a, big change of pace from growing up in, down, into, not going to specify what city I'm from, but from growing up from like in a highly urbanized area in Toronto to like a relatively small town in basically the middle of nowhere, surrounded by like arid savanna. It caused a lot of, it was definitely a difficult time adjusting, even though I was surrounded by my own people. These were people who had a very different language and upbringing than me. And so one night I had this dream where I woke up and, I was dreaming it was a weekend. I went to go brush my teeth and went out, and then I saw a tree. There was a huge thorny, the species called Acacia tree. There's these, savanna trees that have like a lot of thorns, very thorny, tiny, tiny leaves. And we had a very large one in our front yard. And I remember seeing a hog, a warthog.
Hog, big fat warthog, you said.
Yep, big fat warthog.
I love those guys.
Oh yeah. I used to see them quite often when we'd go to the countryside for vacation, or as we call it in Somalia, miga. But yeah.
Did you ever eat them?
No. Somalis we're Muslim, and Muslims, we don't eat pork. So no.
Oh, okay.
We do eat locusts.
Yeah, I see that. There's no loophole there.
Yeah. No loophole. Even though, no loophole. No. But I mean, we do eat locusts. I never tried them myself. My stepdad says they're absolutely delicious.
Locusts?
Yeah, they're basically grasshoppers.
Oh yeah, I've seen pictures of them. I've seen pictures of these locusts. And what do they taste like?
According to my stepdad, apparently they taste like super crunchy and like kind of like chips. They have he said they have like a bit of natural like spice to them almost, and a bit of and a nice bit of tanginess apparently. So yeah, they do sound delectable, but yeah, never had the chance to give them a try.
Oh man, I would, maybe we could do it together someday.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, I mean, what's funny is close to my house there's a candy store that sells like extreme candies, and a lot of them are from Mexico, but a lot of them are like chocolate scorpions, gummy worms made from actual worms, fudge covered crickets. So maybe if you look online, you could maybe find a few of those things, make a whole thing of it.
And you can get your macros too with all that protein, all that. Oh,
absolutely. Oh, you're gonna get yolk.
I feel like we could talk about the nuances of your country's cuisine all night. I want you to finish this dream though, because we're just getting started, and I want to yank on some of these threads and see if I can't fix whatever's wrong with you.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I do have a bit of a bad habit of going on tangents.
No apologies here. There's all information is important information.
Absolutely. But yeah, so there's this warthog that was to the tree in our front yard, and it was desperately trying to escape. So then I just kind of let it go. Like I kind of I disentangle the chain, and it just goes bolting, like out of the yard. It's like at like supernatural speeds. And so I go outside, and then after and it was so fast that it was a trail of dust. And so in my neighborhood there was this kind of
cartoon. This sounds like a cartoon.
Yeah, basically. It was basically a cartoon. And so so in my neighborhood, to the north, there was this kind of narrow, winding alleyway. And it was kind of a dangerous area, because a few decades before we moved in, there was a pretty notorious murder where tragically a young girl was killed by a man who was trying to not gonna try to like not to be too explicit with the language, but trying to force himself upon her.
Yeah,
and it was a great tragedy. And as a result, yeah. So I'm not gonna say the words explicitly, but yeah. And as a result, there's a bit of
everybody knows what you're trying to say, though.
Yeah. But I don't. But I don't want to just for kids. Twitch can be very touchy about those sorts of things. But yeah. So and as a result, that alleyway in my neighborhood is just kind of known as like it's like unadvisable to even walk down there. And so that's where the warthog went. And then I remember looking, and it was close enough that I was able to see it, and I saw EMSs come out of that alleyway, that notorious alleyway in which the warthog ran into, and underneath them was just blood was flowing from underneath them, and their mouths were covered in blood, and they stared right into my eyes. And so I remember bolting after witnessing that. I remember bolting into the house, telling my mom, "Oh my God, Mom, there was a warthog in our yard, and they killed it, and they're in that alleyway where that girl died." And I was like, "Okay, calm down, let's go see it." And they were gone. They vanished. No sight of, even the warthog's footprints were gone. And the lioness has completely disappeared. All the blood was gone. So my mom was like, "Yeah, what are you doing?" Because in the context of the dream, I was pretty early. Yeah. And she's trying to enjoy her weekend, and I just woke her up, and she's just annoyed.
So, how long ago did you have this?
Since playing these stupid games, whatever. And so later that day.
How long ago did you have this dream?
Yeah. Dream when I was 8 years old.
So 8 years old. This is not a recurring dream. That you had this dream a long time ago?
No, I had it once, but it was so vivid in my memory that I retained it. It was and.
Wow. And so, I see what you're saying. Also, it seems like maybe it seems like there's something maybe to learn from it.
Oh, definitely. I feel like I analyze it sometimes. I think what it was trying to say to me is, I think it's going to be clear near the end. It was at the time I was as a kid. I don't know why, but I was dealing with a fear around death. And I think even with the lioness thing, this is a reoccurring theme in the dream, and there's a lot of visuals that I think will emphasize and kind of how do I say this? Visceralize these, I think. So at the time, and this is I won't try to go too off on it. Huh?
Yeah. Go ahead. Get a little 20-second wrap up, and then we can pull on some of these threads real fast. Wait, actually, 1 second. Communal Vision from Nindy New. An award for best dream goes to not Ahmed. Somebody was just roasting you a little bit from the chat.
I understand. Listen.
Don't listen to these jackals and pedophiles. You do your thing, all right? You really live in your truth right now, and you're sharing a very generous wealth of spirit with us, and it's a lot of detail, and I'm cherishing it right now. So, but again, I do want some time to pull on some threads.
Oh, absolutely.
If we can land this point.
Yeah. Right, absolutely. I'll go through it a bit quickly. So I so I went out later in the day just to hang out with some friends, and there was this building next to our house that had a stone gate around it, a large gate, and it was made of stone. But when I was walking past it as a kid, I saw it was just made of stacked antelope corpses. The entire wall was just made of stacked antelope corpses. So I was freaked out by this. I ran over. I got my mom, and she witnessed it, and she was also horrified.
So you have been terminated. I don't know if you're familiar with this function, but I have to end the call. Listen, Ahmed, I can't wait to talk to you again in the future. Maybe we can pull some threads that time. But namaste to you.
Okay.
Ayan Mix, thank you so much for those bits. Ahmed, wherever you are, I think there's something. I think there's something there. I wanted to hear the end. There's two details about dreams that I as a mental health professional need. One, what was the ending like in terms of what you can remember? And then, and the second thing that I need is exactly how you felt when you woke up. He said he was concerned, he went to his mom, but I need a more detailed little pamphlet about your feelings at that moment, and all I got was a bunch of very vivid imagery. very active imagination and very intense recall. A very bright person, Ahmed. Yeah, there's pigs. Yeah, there's pigs involved. Rizzle, that's a good point. Yeah, he's Muslim and there's pigs around and blood and having to do with this girl that died. This girl was predated upon by a ne'er-do-well, in the community. Something there, maybe pigs, maybe pigs. I wish there was a East African ewe or something I could read about. Phil Z, have you ever woken up next to a poop finger paint portrait of Leslie? Me neither. That's not true. I know for a fact that Phil Z has woken up to that. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
It's Wiki Wiver. Hey,
it's Wiki. Wiki, how is it going for Wiki Wiver?
I'm good going. Have a good night. Good Friday. Having a good Friday. How's your Friday, boss?
Oh, I'm on cloud nine. Over Petrol. Welcome to the community. Over P. Everyone's very excited to see you or hear from you, Wiki.
Oh, that's your kind.
Listen, no, they're not. What they are is honest, and they celebrate you. It's an honest celebration. We have a hype train happening, level 1 hype train. Holy moly, I can't wait to see how that goes, because that's always a lot of fun to see on your screen, a hype train. Bless you and namaste to you for sharing that with us. I can't wait to see what Twitch means to put a breast in our mouth and breastfeed us this evening. Do you remember being breastfed, Wiki? Stone High. Do you remember being breastfed?
Not really. Not really. I don't remember that.
Have you since tried breast milk?
I don't think so. Maybe I got some on accident one time.
And it was an accident?
Well, I like to do the boobs. I like to suck them.
So you're sucking on a titty but you didn't know that she was lactating. Wiki, when's your next show?
Gary's becoming a little bit of a punk, so I'm gonna have to get him straight. Gary, what's up? I'm gonna have to get him straight on the program. He's got to start watching your program. He's a little bit feisty, but
no, yeah. Listen, I'd love to speak to him. I'd love to speak to, and we're on a level 2 hype train. Holy fucking moly! Cherish hitting us with 40 bits, individual pennies.
Oh,
pop, 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 pop. Thank you. I'm imagining a golden warm cloth around you, and that is real. I would never, if I wished violence on you and thought of violence for you, it would also be, my imagination is real as a guru, and that's just how it works. I'm very powerful in that way. But right now, for those 40 bits, I'm imagining a golden warm cloth tickling your skin. Namaste. Wiki. And also, I want to thank you. Real Ghost, what was it? Real Ghost caught on camera for the Prime. Thank you. I love Primes. I gobble them up. I love them. I really appreciate it. Now, Wiki, getting settled in with a bass player. No answer, no booked dates as of yet.
No booking date yet. Right now, we're just trying to get everybody settled into our program, into our little groove, and get everybody going. Yeah. And then we're going to do some dates. I think we're going to do a few dates. I think we're going to do them. We're getting ready to rock and roll.
Nindy New hitting us with a gifted sub, and we're also getting some bits from a Communal Vision. Sorry to interrupt you, Wiki. Wiki, am I in your dreams? Asks Peppercorn Patty. And remember, Peppercorn is the one you might be going on a date with some point, if the stars align.
I like that Peppercorn. She's probably a cute one.
Wiki likes that Peppercorn. Now,
I like that Peppercorn.
And to answer that question, if I could repeat it, The question for Wiki is, Wiki, am I in your dreams?
Well, I've never seen you, Peppercorn, but I do love the Peppercorn. She seems
Is
sweet
there
as
a
pie.
faceless woman in your dreams?
Yeah, I've had that before.
So you've had a faceless woman in your dreams. And we have another communal vision. Communal vision coming from MacGyver. I think this poor guy only has one tub. Now, that's a serious accusation here, MacGyver. A serious accusation. One tub. How many tubs do you have right now?
I got a tub upstairs. I got a tub downstairs. I got a 2-tub house. I got one upstairs for my visitors when they come to visit. And I got one downstairs for me, like when I like to wax a little bit.
So
chill out, get a beer.
MacGyver sort of took the glove off the hand, like as if a Frenchman took a single glove off his hand and slapped you in the face with this claim that he thinks you only have one tub. Now it's dark hitting us with the communal vision. Sorry to interrupt you so many times, Wiki, but I'm so excited for this perspective. Wiki has more tubs than this whole chat combined. Says now it's dark.
I got a full visit. Peppercorn come to visit me. She got the top tub, and I'll get the bottom.
And we're talking about bathtubs. Now listen, I kind of, another communal vision coming from MacGyver. I was wrong. I repent. Now I'm gonna say to you, you just stick to the program. You just worry
you do
about
what the guru says.
Keep your nose down to the grindstone. Let's get going on this program we have here. Now, welcome mini ramps are fun. Bless you. Just to let some of the new. Do you remember how the 2-tub thing, Wiki? Were you with us when we laid down that situation here in the program?
No, sir, Mr. Guru. I probably came way to my first show. I was telling you about a song I was working on called Fiffy Will Pigs, and I did it for you.
I do.
You have some kind of visualization program.
If somebody doesn't remember that, I feel so sorry for you. It is. I've watched that clip of you singing that song. I think Mish was on, wasn't she?
No, that was way before I saw Mish. I sung it to you when you had those vibrations with Wesley, and that's what caught my eye. See, this guy's taking our farts and put them into a computer program and making them show up on the screen.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to go back and find that then. If you know what date it was, let me know. But listen, I gotta tell you this 2-tub business, okay? Okay, with you. This 2-tub business is we were talking about bathtubs one night. VJ P-Cat hitting us with a newly deputized moderator hitting us with 100 bits. Just saying hi, sharing with us a hello, namaste to you. Bless you, VJ P-Cat. It's wonderful to have you here. Namaste to you. Now, before we go on with your dream, Wiki, because I need to pick that brain of yours, this 2-tub situation. The problem is that as much as we all suffer from low self-esteem, and the idea being that we have a low self-esteem and that we desire it to be higher, and that if it's higher, it's more reflective of who we are, what we're accomplished, and what we're worth. So this is all a bunch of bullshit, and so badly, we don't want an eradication of these standards that judge whether we're worthwhile or not. We don't want no standards. We want the standard brought to us. We desperately want that standard, though. So I, as your leader, I stepped up. I stepped up to the plate. It was not a popular thing to do, but I did it because that is what my children, my soldiers need. So if you need a line in the sand, Wiki, or anyone else, you guys need a line in the sand of whether you are worth your weight in dog shit. Ask this question. Ask this question of yourself. How many tubs do you have? Now we know Wiki's
What's the breaking
answer.
point, boss?
I want everybody in the chat right now, new, old explorer alike. How many tubs do you have? I'll make it real simple. If you have one tub, You are worthless. You are dog shit. You are pointless.
Wow.
You're redundant. If you have 2 tubs, now we're talking. You deserve leadership. Your ideas are worth more. You're creative, you're more attractive. You should be the president. You should be you should have a driver's license that says extra good driver, shit like that on it.
Damn, we got a 2-tub weeder?
Now, oh, you fucking bet you do. Now, if you've got 1 tub, let's say you got 1 tub and 4 showers, 40 showers, 400 showers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many showers you have. If it's not a tub and you don't have 2 of them, you're bullshit.
I think you're correct, boss. Because I mean, we can take our hose and just squirt off the hogs out back. That's a shower. But to get into a wax, into a bubble bath, it's
Like a
wheel
pig.
man.
Yeah.
You get in your tub and you will wax like a king.
Yes. I love that. Now, let's just jump into a dream. Let's get into a dream, Wiki. We've had a lot of people sharing their perspective with us tonight, and I do appreciate that. But Wiki, we got to talk about a dream. When I ask you for a dream, what comes to mind?
Well, it's going to be I dream often a lot of flying. I don't know if that's strange, but in my dreams, sometimes I have a recurring dream of flying around and that kind of thing. I don't like to be up in the clouds and see all the people down below me. I like to go all over the place. I don't know what that called, but I like to fly in my dreams a lot.
So you're a big flyer. You like flying through the sky. That sounds like a nice dream. How does it feel to fly in the dream?
It's really, really cool. It's like one of the really cool things you can do. You know, you feel like, whoa, I'm up in the air. And they don't feel much different than looking down or driving in your car in your dream. It just feels sort of normal. But you're up real high flying over everything. But I've only been on a plane a couple times.
That is
so I don't know where
fun.
that come from.
That's so cool.
Well, where do these dreams from flying come from, you think, from, boss?
It means, you have a very healthy imagination. You have a very vigorous and healthy imagination. And that's not a surprise to anybody who is at all familiar with you, Wiki. That you have a very, the way some people may, think of like putting a pen to a paper and just writing their name down. It's second nature to them. That is the muscle of your imagination. Such a command that this imagination of yours isn't necessarily haunted and driven the way Dave's was. Dave, first caller, psychic emergency, please hold. Yeah, Dave is a sad case. 1 second though. Psychic emergency.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer AON Mixed to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300, this guy fucking sucks. Punch him in the phone booth. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Psychic emergency coming from Aeon Mixed saying this guy sucks. And I don't know who we're talking about. Are we talking about me? Are we talking about the spiritual leader? Are we talking about our current caller, Wiki Wiva? I'd love to see this. I don't, and we have a communal vision. Communal vision. Families is where our nation finds hope. It's where wings take dreams. Namaste, Beef Supreme. Really appreciate that perspective. Gorgeous way to phrase that. I don't know what it means.
That's beautiful. That's
beautiful, right?
Beautiful, man. That's some words, wisdom right there.
Listen, everybody's saying positive energy. Don't listen to him, Wiki. And Wiki, you know my affection for you. We have a great time together, and you cherish this program as I cherish you. But one thing I have though is that I, as a leader, do not discourage or de-escalate conflict. I pour gasoline on the fire. Nindy knew Wiki is like a fine wine. Wait for his lovely tune. That's
oh
from
my
Nindy.
goodness.
Okay. So
Nindy knew you cutie pie.
Oh my goodness. Aeon Mix, listen. It is besides the point of whether I agree with you or anyone else agrees with you. It is the fact that some conflict, some friction is being brought to the fore. Would we be better off to not know that this friction lie in wait? No, we would not. A healthier community we would not be if we just avoided, repressed, and pretended this wasn't the reality that we live in. Now we get to meet this reality on its terms. And conflict is a sign of communal health, I'd like to think of it. Communal health. Important to squeeze the pimple and let that greasy little stinky shit come out. No, Wiki. I just want to go back to your dream. I love this dream that you shared with us. I love this dream. Simple and gorgeous, and involved flying, just and sort of in control. And I compared it to another caller from earlier this evening, Dave, who being chased, but is driven by darkness.
That's a very smart man, though. You can see what he's doing. Complicated mind.
Yes, indeed. A complicated mind that we celebrate as well.
Yeah, beautiful mind. Tortured. Tortured man.
I don't sense that with you. At least when it comes to your imagination taking flight, I sense a sort of levity, a sort of control, a sort of freedom in that.
Just wet and go and flying around. I did write a song about it when I was just starting rock and roll. I wrote a song. I actually wrote one called Flying.
Well, you know me. Give me one moment. I'm going to pause the background music. Everybody welcome David Zaslav. Namaste to you, and welcome to the program. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Enjoy those channel points and guide your individual and our collective explorations. Bless you. Namaste. Now, Wiki... you know me. I'm a little pig. You put some slop in the trough from Wiki Wib, I'm going to be snorting that shit up and going buck wild on a crazy weekend Friday night. I can't wait to hear this, and I know I'm not alone.
Well, I pulled this one out of the bin, boss, coach. This is a good one. I wrote it when I first started writing songs, and I was like, I got to express this flying dream, so I wrote it down, and it was when I was a young boy. I was just starting on my box guitar. And
That's
it's called
awesome. I can't wait. It's truly just like something out of the mind as it breached Genesis. Namaste. So 1 second for this background thing to end, and then we'll let you go ahead and kick it off, Wiki.
Sure.
Okay, and the stage is yours. The background music is deactivated whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir. A one, two, three. Wow, waka, 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 wow, waka, waka, wow, waka, waka, wow, waka, waka. Way up here, yeah. Boom, boom, no one can touch me. Waka, waka, wow. Safe in the crowd, yeah. Away from the crowds. No. Through the skies, yeah. I fly away. Ooh, 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 wow, wow. Ooh, 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 wow, wow. Ooh, 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 wow, wow. Ooh, 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 wow. Over the hills, yeah, and through the trees, above the mountains, across the seas. In my dreams, I take wings and fly. No. Oh, I'm flying. No. Yeah, I'm flying. Boom. Yeah, I'm flying. Wow. Ooh. And that's the first verse of that one, Mr. Wesley.
Really amazing stuff. I feel like hearkening back to sort of, I can really feel your roots in that song, a sort of reflection of, your initial influences as you got started. hear maybe like a. Yeah, I was gonna say I heard the 70s in there. Don't you feel silly now, you haters? Says Nindy. So Nindy's taunting your haters, Wiki, on your behalf.
Oh, that's too sweet.
Well, listen.
Take your time.
It's amazing that we get a little musical treat every single time you call. Listen, just in the future, if you ever feel put upon by our, deep hunger and profound thirst for your creative output, if you ever feel put upon by this and need to incubate longer, do not feel like we are pressuring you, okay? We only want to hear from Wiki if Wiki wants to share as you channel.
It's beautiful to share with my community of my weeder. No, I got a whole box full of songs. I've been writing since I was a little boy. My man Danny Calcott told me, you keep on writing that rock and roll, Wiki. One day you're going to have your means. And you know what? Another dream came true. I found your program, and I found the power. This program is really real. You got to get into it, you got to believe it, and you got to get your feet off the ground and stop flying, baby. Do that rock and roll. Do that medicine. Do that doctoring. Do that ditch digging. Do whatever your heart desires. Don't be afraid.
Wiki, a more shining example of what this program is capable of, I know not of. I want to thank you tonight, as always.
All right, I love you guys. Namaste. Y'all be beautiful and have be nice to each other.
Namaste. Wonderful. 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 Great to hear from Wiki. (708-240-8953) and another 100 bits from Nindy. Thank you so much for these bits from Nindy. Cheer 100. Once I figure out computers, I will be making a Wiki compilation. Nindy. Maybe I should make the VODs just public, huh? We'll see. Maybe. (708-240-8953) 708-240-8953. This is Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Guys, the cobbler is ready. The cobbler is ready. If you need cobbler, it is ready. You can have some. Peppercorn, if we have a way to, I don't know, share it. I don't know if anybody brought paper plates or anything like that, but Now, those of you that are new here might be wondering exactly what's going on. And I'm not going to tell you. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, this is Cherish.
Cherish, it's great to hear from you, Cherish. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I was a little nervous about calling in. I'm autistic, but I need to try to get out of that shell, So.
I understand. I understand. And how if you had to draw a picture of your autism for us, what would the picture look like?
I think it would look like a kind of like a pile of dog shit, in my opinion. It's not too good.
Dog shit. And is this dog shit on you, in you, covering you? Do you carry it in a bag?
I carry it with me. Yeah.
Okay, in a sort of bag, would you say?
Yeah, just an old crappy trash bag.
And how full of shit is it?
It's overflowing from the bag.
Overflowing. And do you have scent guard on the bag?
Unfortunately, no.
So we're just raw dogging plastic, no scent, no perfume, just full of dog. You said dog shit, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, well, that's very vivid. I appreciate you sharing that so much. The gift of your curse of autism is really, it allows you to see the world in a sort of different way. And we have a communal vision from Stone Monster. Kool-Aid for the compound, says Stone Monster. Someday we will wreak the most inhumane havoc that the modern world has ever seen. We'll get a compound. The first 6 weeks will be good. After that, it'll be all downhill, and you'll wish you wouldn't have joined. Namaste. Now, Cherish. Give me before we get into a dream. Can you got autism?
Yeah.
Can you give us some pros and cons? If somebody's thinking about, you can't catch autism, right?
No, it's not contagious as far as I know.
So if you bit someone, they wouldn't become autistic.
No, not at all.
It's not like AIDS or handshakes and spitting and stuff like that. It's not like that.
Yeah, not cooties or anything like that. So.
Okay, interesting. So nobody can get it; doesn't already have it, but maybe they think it's down the line for them. They haven't been diagnosed or something. Can you give us some pros and cons?
The cons, one of the cons, I'd start there, would be I can't tell when somebody is joking or being serious, and so, and somebody has to literally point it out to me. So, kind of, yeah.
So so that being the case, what kind of humor do you gravitate towards?
I don't know. I think if I had to describe it, I'd say it's probably toilet humor. I mean, I have a dirty mind, so.
So you're thinking of poop, pee, cum, puke, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Like a big hat full of cum or something.
Yeah, all over the place.
I think that's very funny. To my knowledge, I'm not autistic. I think I agree with you though. So a con, you don't know exactly when someone's joking. Somebody has to point it out to you. Now, what's another con? What's not, you wouldn't say you say is not ideal about having autism?
I would say I have bad mood swings, and so I can be a real bitch sometimes, and I just go from 0 to 100 really quick. And that's one thing I hate about it.
So it sets you off, short little fuse on you.
Yeah, I have a pretty short fuse sometimes.
What's your favorite thing to do when you get fucking pissed off? Like autistic pissed off?
Well, I think what helps me the most is just listen to some of my favorite music. I mean, that's going to calm me down every time. I mean, I just need a place to myself and my music, and that'll help a lot.
Okay. And what about outwardly? Maybe you shouldn't do it, but when you get mad, maybe you punch a hole in the wall, or I don't know. I have one wall in my home that's dedicated towards me punching it.
Wow. Yeah, I don't really break shit. In the past I have thrown stuff, but see, I hold my anger in. I don't really talk about it. I'm not very open like that.
Yeah, so the swings are experienced and they're not necessarily externalized.
Right.
Oh, okay, interesting. So, you know what? I'll bet. Is this sound familiar? I worked with somebody that wasn't autistic, but they would talk to me about how crazy their emotions were, how violent they were. But on the outside, you'd think that they just got that literally nothing would happen on the outside, but internally it would be experiences these massive tidal waves. Does that sound familiar at all? Nindy New shared with us a perspective. Cherish, I didn't fart. My butt loves you so much, it blew you a kiss. That kind of stuff. Yeah, home run, very nice. So, I agree. I Cherish. I'm so glad that you called and that you're so willing to talk about your autism like this.
Well, it feels good to talk about it. Like I said, I'm not very open, so it feels really good.
Well, that's fantastic to hear. I'm so glad. Also, I'm so glad to hear the program itself is working here tonight. It's working. I mean, we've seen the spoils being enjoyed by all the callers tonight. So I'm glad it's also giving you a little something. Now, could you? We covered 2 cons. Can you? Do you have any? Maybe you're just not in the mood to have them, but can you dig deep? What are 2 pros about having autism?
One of them, I'd say, is I'm highly intelligent, but it didn't really show when I was in school because I really slacked off. But I am very highly intelligent.
Well, I mean, school is it's more about herd control and mind control.
Yeah.
Not necessarily an expression of anyone's intelligence, except for those that can, follow very rigid, follow rules and be in a very specific social context. So it's very easy to imagine that your intelligence wasn't understood in public school.
Right.
So intelligent. And give us a number 2. What's the second? So somebody's, maybe they're going to be autistic in the future, and they have something to look forward to. What's the second thing that they have to look forward to that's good?
Well, I don't know if it's going to apply to everybody, but with me, I have a very big heart, and I, even just meeting someone the first time, I'm very accepting and understanding of them. Even online, and I don't have many friends, so that's where I feel closer to people.
So you feel stuff real hard.
Yeah, I do. I really feel.
There's someone on our moderation team. I don't know if he's around right now, but he has autism as well, and I wonder what he thinks about what he's hearing right now. If he's around, I don't even know if he is. Sometimes he gets busy. He got a girlfriend. He kind of just started, he started having sex.
Yeah.
From all reports, I think he is massively endowed.
Well, it's at least coming from me, it is. Being autistic, it's just, you easily doubt yourself. You don't have, I don't have a lot of confidence. So.
I see someone in the chat right now says, I'm autistic too. Pop-Tart.
Oh, wow.
Namaste.
There are others I can relate to. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of all the words that we'd use to describe there's a new word every 5 to 10 years. There's a word for we call it neurodivergence. We used to call it, a whole other manner of things that I genuinely prefer and I think have a lot more informative power to them. But if you can imagine that tree of words, right? That tree of, mentally ill, mentally handicapped, whatever deficient, divergent, whatever other word. For those people are really, they find a home here.
Yes, it's a great place to be.
And I cherish you, and I wish I could breastfeed each of you. I wish I could breastfeed you right now. Well, Cherish, can you give us a dream that you have in about 60 seconds?
Well, I mean, I did share this. It was like either last time or the time before. My husband, I had a bad experience. It was very traumatic. I really don't want to go into it, but he was cheating on me, and then unfortunately, yes, and he was so guilty about it. About what he felt so much guilt about what he was doing. He was cheating on me, and then he was like, And, you know, I thought it was going to last forever. It didn't. And, you know, I feel like maybe again someday I'd like to find love again, you know, because it's been,
okay.
God, almost.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand now. First, I thought you were talking about a dream you had, and then it was all real life stuff. And I was like, oh, a thing that you want, like that kind of dream. And I got confused halfway through while you were talking. So this was all real. This is not an imagined thing that you just shared.
No, it's real.
And so you're, you know, honestly, we have you listened to Dave talk before?
A little bit.
Do you know about his origin story?
Not a whole lot, no.
I'll share with you, because he's maybe not that you'll be able to relate to every aspect of his origin story here on the program, but when he found the program here, what happened to him was he was about, his wife had died 2 years before, and they were looking to adopt right beforehand, and she died, and it upended his whole life. Very depressed. Over the next 2 years, he kind of ballooned out to 350 pounds. And then, since finding the program, he did his own work, but he lost about 200 pounds. No, that doesn't make sense. Let me back that up. About 100. He's down to his BMI is out of control. He's talked to me about the root of his penis. He can see it, and he's so stoked. He learned how to use a bow staff. He's a karate guy. A divorced, or he's a widowed karate guy now, and he's sexually active again. He's looking for love. So, if it can happen for him, I would like to think that there's a chance it may happen for you.
Anything is possible, and I like to say to myself, it's all a state of mind. I mean, I need to follow through more on that, but yeah, anything is possible.
Truly, this reality is much more malleable than we'd like to believe, as horrific and terrifying as that is. Well, listen, this was Cherish. I'm so glad that you found the time and energy to call in tonight.
Well, it was great to talk to you. I was really nervous, but there's nothing to be nervous about, obviously. But
you know what's funny? When I call into shows on Twitch, I also get very nervous. And and it surprises me because I sit here and do this for, 9 hours a week. And then when I try to call into another show, I'm like, I feel like I'm a fourth grader waiting before a talent show or something.
Yeah, it's just, and I've actually, there's some YouTubers I follow, and I actually, they have like a certain tier. You can get a monthly Zoom with them, and I did that this morning, and I was just like, at first I was like, no, but it's really, it feels good, and there's really nothing to be nervous about, because you get right into it. It doesn't take that much time to get into the groove.
But it's still nerve-wracking.
Yes, it is.
But listen,
it is. Yes, indeed.
I am so excited for the future of your progress here in this for the rest of this program, Cherish. You've lived a life of hardship, and we're gonna and as difficult as that may be, we're gonna turn those lemons into we're gonna do something good.
Yeah, just going forward with positive vibes. That's the way to go.
Namaste. We're already off to a wonderful start. Cherish, listen, thank you for calling in, and I hope you find time to call in again in the future. Don't be a stranger. You don't gotta lurk.
Namaste.
Namaste. Bless Cherish. We love Cherish. We love Cherish. Namaste, Cherish. Your mind is now cured. Thank you so much, Beef, for reminding us all of how I cure everyone. Even probably autism, I assume. I haven't checked with anybody that came to me with autism and said, I want to cure it, but I assume just by my track record, I've cured everything else under the sun. Why wouldn't I be able to cure autism? Pretty sure I did. Pop-Tart, thank you. So Pop-Tart's cured. Used to be autistic, no longer autistic, now is normal. I'm pretty sure I cured JJ Plays. He was autistic. No, he's not because of me. What other channel on Twitch not only claims but guarantees the ability to cure autism? Pretty sure it's just this one. Communal Vision, coming from Beef Supreme, they told me to just follow my dream, and after I did, they called the cops for stalking. Now I have a restraining order. I'm on your side with this. I'm on your side. If you need a witness to testify on your behalf in court, you can bet your ass I'm going to be front row in the center, staring down the judge, staring down the prosecutor. I will be so far up their ass with saying how you should be able to follow whoever this is. You're good. You're good. You're good. So good people should be able to follow other people. If they're good, if we all get it, if we get like, oh, this guy's cool, he should be able to follow whoever he wants. And women. That goes, or, fucking, let me do a quick final day of pride affirmation for theys. Listen, they, thems, you should be able, if you're cool, you should be able to follow women, men, whoever you want home. And you should not have any sort of legal consequence. $9:41? Yep, time to piss. All right, guys, I'm going to piss real fast, get myself a little more coffee, and we're going to be back, and we're going to be curing whatever. You bring it, I'll cure it. Whether it's, the small shit, social anxiety disorder, I'm going to ask about your dreams, we're going to cure you. I don't give a fuck if you are unmedicated, schizophrenic, bipolar 1 and 2, you had an abusive childhood, all manner of abuse, locked up in a little cage, listening to little dog sounds while people throw hot dogs at you. I will cure whatever the fuck is going on with you. And that's a promise. Guarantee, 100%. Okay? Much love, Cherish. Much love, absolutely. You call back again, all right? I'm going to go piss, though, before I do all of that. I'm going to go rip a fucking pee, and then we'll be back. Namaste. Johnny Mnemonic fucking rules. Love that movie. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Welcome back to Explorations. My name is Leslie Tanner, and I am the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Here we are. Here we are. Tonight we're talking about dreams and explorations. Dreams. Purging of the subconscious, or possibly a gateway to a new reality. Namaste, here we are. 708-240-8953. How's everybody doing, huh? A little halfway point check-in. How is everybody feeling? How's everybody doing? I want to send a quick shout-out. We've had a good amount of diversity tonight on the show. We had a Muslim dude call in, Ahmed. He was awesome. He had a lot of details to his dreams, and we never really got to the end. But solid, very solid dude. And I can't wait to finish the dream and get into it. We've had some autistic people. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight? You there?
Hello?
Hi, hello, caller. How are you tonight?
Oh, it's like super timed out, but I can hear you. Hold on. Let me turn this off in my headphones.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a massive delay on the stream.
It's just a normal phone conversation. Okay. Wait, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you listening to me on the phone call or on the stream?
Just on the phone now.
Oh, okay. And is there still a delay?
No, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, good enough. Well, now it sounds a little less delayed than before. Caller, first of all, welcome to the program. Is this your first time calling?
No, I actually called about, I want to say 2 weeks ago. And
you sound familiar.
My name is Isabeau.
Isabel.
Isabeau. Like a bow and arrow,
my bad.
or
I'm sorry.
Rainbow.
Isabeau. My apologies.
How do you not remember me? I was the one who called and asked you to interpret my dreams, and now we're
doing a dream show. No, I do. I remember I remember you.
Okay.
So does VJ PCAT. So does Craigulators.
Hold on. Slightly delayed.
No worries.
Oh, okay. I can hear you now.
Okay,
so
well,
I do have to say I have some dreams I would like to share with you.
Please.
So, the Titanic submersible thing, oh my God, gave me absolute nightmare. So I had a dream that there was a fish tank full of kittens, and I was like, why are they full of kittens? Like, what's wrong with them? Can they breathe? And then as soon as I started to think about it, one started like scattering, all scared, and then I woke up.
Fish tank full of kittens. Was there water in the fish tank?
Yes, they were full. It was full of water, and there was just kittens swimming around. And I swear it had to have been from the Titanic. Submersible. It triggered this horrible, terrifying nightmare about the kittens drowning.
Now, are you a cat? Are you a cat lady, Isabeau?
I am. I'm a huge cat lady.
Okay. And do you have a cat?
I do have a cat. she's turning 15 in 2 weeks, and I've had her since she was 6 weeks old.
6 weeks until now 15. Holy fucking moly.
Yes. She is my old baby. But my best friend, I don't look at her like, oh, it's my baby, because that's weird. Like, she's just my homie, my roommate, my best bud for life.
Mm-hmm. Do you talk to her?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have long conversations with her?
Oh, yeah. But I do it in a simple way that she can understand. Like, I'm like, I speak in a language that I feel like she understands when I talk to her. And if you have a cat, like, you know what I mean. Do you have a cat?
I do not have a cat. No, I don't. Can I be honest with you, Isabeau?
Yes.
It's not that I hate cats.
Okay.
I just don't care.
That's fine. I mean, I kind of feel that way about dogs. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, dogs! Well, in my town, it's a particular.
I feel like they're too good for humans. You know what I mean? Like, they're too good. Like, cats aren't. They don't give a shit. They just, like, do their own thing, and they walk around, and they can, like, be chill and not be so, like, loving and nice all the time. It makes me feel guilty. I'm like, dogs are just too much.
You feel guilty. Dogs make you feel guilty. Speak on that.
Yeah, because they're too nice. They're too kind. I feel too much responsibility.
So you feel that you're sort of you're inadequate. You're unable to reciprocate the affection of a dog.
Yes. Basically, I don't know. I can't pay attention that long to something that needs it that much. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Now, listen, I don't know if it's like this where anybody in the chat is, but I assume that this is a little nuanced particular about my town, but the dogs in my town run wild. Yeah, we have a wild dog problem.
In that case, if I stumbled upon a dog in the wild and I felt a connection, I'd probably take it home. Because I'm that kind of person.
These dogs.
Not
these dogs. These dogs are, I mean, it kind of gets bookended by, it starts with cherry season and ends with strawberry season. That we have like an open hunting season for dogs in our town.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We're allowed to legally shoot the dogs.
Can I tell you something that happened to me before I called? I ran to the corner store for something, and I just have to share this.
Please.
Okay, so I go in, right? And there's like a 10-year-old or something right in front of me. Definitely a child.
Uh-huh. Okay, continue.
He's paying for candy, and he's short about $1. And he's looking around. He doesn't have the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he looks up at me, and I go, don't worry about it. I got it for you. I put the $1 down, and he lights up. He looks at me. He's like, oh, wow. No one's ever done that for me before. The way my head whipped around, I mean, I was convinced for sure Mr. Beast was like about to walk through the door because he looked nice. He was well dressed. I mean, I was like, you can afford this, right? But no, it wasn't my moment. And
so you were about to get called off the minor leagues.
But I watched too many like YouTube videos, I guess, because I was like, dude, this is it. Like, this kid has a modern haircut. He's like, he's like, no one's ever done this before. I was like, oh fuck, like, Mr. Beast is right behind me. Like, I can feel it. Nope. Maybe in another universe. But it was fun. It was I felt good. And of course that's not going to happen to me.
Uh-huh.
But, you know.
Hold on, my cat is
Pay it forward.
There's a cat screaming in my apartment. It's not my cat, but
Of course it's not your cat, because you hate cats.
It's my roommate's cat. It's not that I hate cats; it's that I don't give a shit. Sometimes on my algorithm on TikTok, I'll be forced to look at a cat, like a small cat. Oh, the cat's getting into a little dish of milk. Oh, the cat's...
That's how I feel about, like, the Kardashians, you know? Just
I don't
involuntarily exposed.
Don't give a shit about cats.
Fair enough.
Also,
okay.
I value my isolation as a man. In isolation, my mind is the gym, the dojo in which I practice.
Leslie, what's the best dream you ever had?
Best dream I ever had?
Yeah.
I had penises like a cow has udders, and I was getting sucked on.
Damn. Whoa, dude.
It was crazy.
I did not expect that. Shit.
What'd you say?
You always come out of pocket. Like.
I mean, did you want me to lie to you?
Know. No, absolutely not. But like I said, I wasn't expecting that.
I would. Well, I
mean, by the looks of your haircut, I definitely didn't expect that. I don't know. I'm judging. It's rude.
What would you say? What did you think I was going to say with this haircut? What would you have guessed? If you had to maybe fill in the blank.
Dude, I thought you were going to be like, I was opening Christmas presents with my children in the 90s. And,
No. I don't. I feel the same way about children that I feel about cats. It's like a shrug. It's like a whatever. And a Nindy new communal vision. Leslie, we need Ahmed-like details about your cow dick's dream. Well, I'll share it with you in due time. As in the same way you milk and udder, and I was milked that evening in my dream world, I will share these details with you slowly, one little squirt at a time.
So, I wanted to touch on last stream's subject because I wanted to call, but it was too late, and then you got sick. But I wanted to talk about it, and it was learning or something about unlearning. Do you mind if I touch in on that?
Absolutely. The theme on Tuesday, if you guys recall, was getting back in touch with nothing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I have something to say.
Please do. I can't wait to hear it.
All right. So, what if we just never learned or stopped teaching?
Hold on one second. Phil Z, my dream is a blowjob from a close friend that I didn't ask for. I can't erase it. That you didn't ask for. Are you saying what I think you're saying right now, Phil? Are you avoiding the word that we can't even say on Twitch, or are you just saying that it was like a donation? That you're like, oh, like you got a coat and a coat drive.
I say, Phil, don't let your dreams be dreams. And just, go for it.
Go for it. I love that. You should be a life coach or something.
I mean, I was thinking about it. I do go to school for psychology.
Oh, did you say that last time too?
Maybe. I literally drank an entire bottle of wine before I called last time. I had to rewatch it to see what I said, and I was dying. It was so funny. But anyway, about my unlearning. So what if we just didn't learn about, like, certain things that happened in history, like Christopher Columbus or whatever, no, I don't know. I don't want to get like that political about it. Like, just what if we didn't learn certain things and just stop teaching some things? Then it would be nothing. Then we wouldn't learn or know for like the future generation, so there wouldn't be a problem anymore. I don't know. It's just a theory I had.
Interesting. So that if we don't
saying
remember,
it out loud
we won't.
is, I don't know.
So no, that's interesting. So you're making a sort of counterpoint to the common cliche that we hear all the time that if we don't learn history, we are destined to repeat it. You've heard that before, right?
No.
No, I've heard it from, any number of like egghead expert dipshits who want to like kind of talk about how important it is to learn the stuff that they learn. And then they're into history, so they're like, we don't learn history, we're doomed to repeat it. So, but what I hear you saying, which is, I think, really, really, really poignant, Isabeau, it's actually, what if it's the opposite? What if we don't learn history and don't repeat it because we don't learn it?
That's what I'm saying.
You can't play the piano if you never learn to play the fucking piano.
Yes, exactly.
I love that. And I think, honestly, that attitude has such a home here. In the program Explorations, Isabeau.
I know. I'm so glad I discovered Explorations. I went to high school with Jason Melton, and he just randomly showed me this one day, and I was like, oh, shit.
Ah, Jason. I love Jason. I genuinely love Jason. Top tier BFF.
Oh, by the way, I have a so when I grew up, in 7th grade, real quick, I know you gotta do stuff.
We're pushing it. Yeah, we're pushing it, Isabeau.
I sang My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, right? From the Titanic. It was one of the first films I ever seen in theaters. I have a giant poster of it in my room. And when all that shit happened, I was so fucking freaked out, like looking at that poster in my room, and then it gave me a nightmare and stuff. Like, I don't know. It was a lot, and it affected my dreams. And I hope you all are okay, and like everything's okay with that for you, and you don't have nightmares about it.
Well, Isabeau,
like, listen, I did.
Yeah, very clearly. I think there's a thread to pull on, and I'm sort of free associated about it after our call is over.
Chill
okay.
The fuck out. All right, I gotta go. I'm not making a joke. This is for real. Like, this happened. But,
talk your shit. Talk your shit back. That's good.
Yeah, it's not a fucking joke. This is my real life, bitch.
This is real life, bitch. I love that. Call me a bitch.
This is fucking real life, bitch. I'm a badass, and it was confirmed by Leslie last call.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention.
Keep going.
Pay attention. Okay.
Say
I'm gonna go
word.
Bitch, fuck, ass, shit, motherfucking bitch.
Love that.
I can cuss on live TV. Hi, Mom. Okay.
Well, namaste to you, Isabeau. It was great to talk to you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Good to talk to you, too. I'm glad you feel better.
Thank you so much, Isabeau. I'm glad you made time to call in.
In the fucking smog.
Bless you.
Bless.
Now, Freud, he invented the field of, an entire field of science, an entire branch. And does it have its own particular philosophical hang-ups? Does it sort of attempt to bridge the gap between subjective and objective in a very particular way, have its own set of problems? Of course. And as with anybody who creates an entire branch of science, an entire field, necessarily they will be, to an extent, sort of handicapped. They'll be taking a buckshot into the abyss and trying to structure their thoughts and knowledge into the abyss. So, that being said, he did fuck up a lot. There were a lot of things that were just completely retarded that he thought. Very dumb. And retarded isn't bad. I don't mean I don't mean in a good way. I mean the bad one. And that was what he, a lot of stuff like that. The mother wound. We should do a whole show on the mother wound. Caller, 1 second. You mind holding on for 30 seconds?
Take your time.
See, he invented all this shit, right? But one thing that he got, in my opinion, as a legally licensed mental health professional in most states. Again, I'm not legally licensed, and I'm being told by the state to stop saying that, but I'm not going to stop saying that. So as a legally licensed mental health professional in most states, I think that one of the things he got right was that dogs are boys and cats are girls. And cats, there's some link between the cats and the feminine, the mother. Almost every single serial killer had a problem with cats and a problem with his mom. Almost every single one. Bury cats up to their neck and mow their heads over with a lawnmower. Torture them. Throw them out into the street. Then they go on and do all manner of unsavory things in their adult lives. So when it comes to Isabeau, imagining these kittens in a fish tank and linking it to this Titanic, I think there's a crisis in Isabeau's femininity. I think we're going through a transitional period. Is Isabeau trans? I don't know. Only Isabeau knows that. Is Isabeau becoming maybe advancing within her own femininity? I don't know. Only Isabeau knows that. But one thing I do know is the paw prints of a flower blossoming. And it's not pretty. People like to imagine a flower blossoming is beautiful. It is hideous. You can't imagine a more hideous thing. Hopeless thing. All right, let's go to this caller. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
Hey there, Leslie. This is Totally Normal Will.
Totally Normal Will. How are you doing tonight, Will?
Doing pretty good. Just hanging out. Hurt my heel a couple days ago. Not too hot there, but doing pretty good aside from that. How are you doing today?
I hung up on you, or you hung up on me?
What?
Did you hang up on me, or I hung up on you?
I think we're still talking right now.
No, but you said okay. Never mind.
Oh, I hurt my heel. I hurt my
heel. Heel. Okay.
Yeah.
We should have a poll about snakes, VJP Cat, for sure.
Yeah, a fold-out steak for the JP Cat. That sounds like a good plan. That sounds like some dream talk.
No. Yeah, we're having dream talk tonight, Will. We're using dreams as an avenue to the subconscious to find out what the fuck is wrong with us. So we've had all manner of problems come to us tonight.
Yeah.
All manner of problems. We're trying to get back everybody to normal. So what's wrong with you, Will?
Well, I'm not sure if I would necessarily qualify this dream as a normal one, but so I was on my way to a festival. I knew it was a forest. I was the navigator.
1 second.
In this situation.
The most valuable advice I give to my clients, especially under duress or experiencing crisis, is to try their best to act normal for as long as possible.
Okay, I'm just there's a quote on the screen, and I need to hear my own voice. Continue.
Surely. So, I'm in this dream of mine. I start off willy-nilly, just navigating. I know that I'm going to a festival. I know it's in a forest somewhere. It's vague. It's dreamlike. I'm having trouble maintaining the focus on the direction because every time I'm trying to read it, it's kind of switching around, all changing. Nothing staying the way that it's supposed to be. So eventually, after a lot of struggle, I wind up figuring out where it is I'm trying to go. And I get us there. It's not a festival. It's just a long strip of office buildings. And as dream logic goes, I'm suddenly going through these office buildings. Going through them quickly. Things kind of start changing. Things kind of start shifting into each other like a Backrooms video.
Yeah.
The hallways aren't quite Euclidean. I'm not really going like you would be going through an office building. And this progresses for a little while until eventually I see myself from a sort of like third person perspective. I see the layout of what it is that I'm in. It's just an infinitely long stretch of office buildings that's about the size of maybe 2-3 city blocks wide.
Okay.
It goes on forever, and it's in this massive forest. It's just completely engulfed in this one long stretch of forest, like I'm in a Halo video game, and it's all just one big office building in the center and just forest all around it. And I snap back to my body, and at this point I'm sort of disassociated with everything, and I'm a little bit floaty. And I wind up kind of jumping and farther than I normally would be able to. I have almost like a jumping power, like I'm moving along faster than I was before. And things started getting a little shifty, even more shifty than they were. And I'm closing gaps between buildings at this point, and I'm falling, and I catch myself, and I jump probably 90 feet in the air. This is a fantastic moment. I very rarely can fly in dreams. It always seems to be there when I'm jumping, and that's about as far as I can do. But I can jump pretty high in dreams. Anyway, so I make this jump, and I land on a bridgeway between two of these buildings, and I get this sensation of something's on my face. It's like a flat computer chip spider monster, and it's got these long tendrils, these long hair-like tendrils.
Okay.
That it's hard to exactly see, but I see that it's in front of my face, and it's making its way into the sides of my orifices, and the ears, the nose, the eyes, the mouth, all the face holes, kind of making its way in. It doesn't quite sting as much as it has like a cold metallic copper kind of taste, and I'm not so into this. I push against it.
Okay.
And
is this?
Yes.
What percentage of the way through this dream are we?
95.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Keep going. No, it's okay. Land the plane. I just wanted to make sure that I conserve enough gas, internally to get to how many details I need to soak up and shit like that.
Gotcha. Basically, I was trying to go forest festival in the forest. There's a bunch of office buildings that don't stop. They get all kaleidoscopic. I pop out. I see the office buildings, and then I jump from building to building. I have this like spider with tendrils making its way into my face. I push against it, and I feel like as I see an entity as I'm pushing against it and falling backwards off this dividing place between the buildings, and I can't make it out but I push the spider thing away, and as I do that, I wake up and I'm yelling, "Help!" And that's the end.
And was anybody around you to confirm that you were yelling?
No.
Okay. Couple follow-up questions. What did it feel like as soon as you woke up? How'd you feel?
Relieved that I wasn't in the situation that I was in moments ago.
About 30 seconds left on the poll. Do we love snakes? Love them, hate them, eat them, don't know them. Let your voice be heard. Let democracy ring out here on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Mm-hmm. How do we feel about snakes? How do we feel about them? I voted. I'll tell you what I voted. I said hate them. I hate snakes. Don't like them.
They're pretty bad. Tell you, they're iconic as a negative force to man. Monkeys are afraid of snakes when they're born. There's some ingrained fears.
Yeah.
The Garden of Eden. I mean, that movie Anaconda, that was pretty scary. Plus, there's a lot of pythons over here in Florida that wiped out about 90-some% of the wildlife. There's just all pythons out here in Florida.
I've heard that.
Yeah, so that's about my way in. Don't like them. Oh, they're sneaky. They get bigger.
I love them, don't know them. So we got a tie between love them and don't know them. So a genuinely like kind of a dumb answer to snakes. I don't know them, so I'm ambivalent, or I love them, which I think is both misguided and good luck. Namaste.
Namaste, Leslie.
So okay, so you were relieved, but what was the emotional sensation before you were relieved?
Abject terror and feeling of bodily invasion. In the
Microchip spider, you said.
Yeah, it was like a flat, not microchip. It was just a flat thing, and in my waking hours, I sort of equated that to almost like a neural net kind of thing coming at me like a beam. So that's where I get the computer chip from. But basically, to me, it was just a flat surface with almost clear like tendrils that were just making their way into my face, and it felt and tasted like copper.
And then what do you do for a living?
I'm a sommelier.
You're a wine guy.
I'm a wine guy.
So you don't necessarily, you're not like in the guts of technology. You're sort of a civilian in that sense.
Oh no, it's not associated with my working life at all.
Usually, you get on the phone, you get on the computer, maybe you get on an iPad sometimes.
Well, yeah, you have to manage the inventory. You have to write the invoices to the accountants of the company. And you have to do a little bit of that. And there's
maybe a Kindle. You got a Kindle at home there.
Oh yeah, I listen to audiobooks. I'm a fan of audiobooks.
Okay. Do you use an iPod or a Zune? You ever have a Zune?
I'm not an Amish. I mean, I have technology. Yes, I have a phone. I have a computer. I have a vehicle. I have many.
Right. Is there a screen in your car as well?
No. I mean, a display screen, but I'm not sure. I think that might just be light. I'm not.
Now, Peppercorn Patty asks, tell me the best Sauvignon Blanc go.
Well, best Sauvignon Blanc is up for debate. A lot of people say that New Zealand is a place that you're supposed to be going to. A lot of notes of gooseberry and lemongrass are typical of the area, and you can find a lot of more complex New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs than just the grapefruit notes that they're known for. Some people might go with the Washington Sauvignon Blanc, but I'd say that for the crowd pleasing answer, let's just go with New Zealand. That's probably what they're going for.
All right. Do you think you could taste test the difference between maybe like a $30 something or another and like Wild Irish Rose?
I would like to think that you'd be able to taste that most of the time, but every now and then you find, I mean, especially with wines like Sauvignon Blanc, you wind up with some of those lighter wines. It's easier to sort of to funnel the mainstream production to get lower costs. I think if you're looking for more stark contrast, that you'll be able to find more noteworthy. You'd have more luck on the red side of the spectrum.
Now, okay, interesting. Now, so anyway, so technology, you're a Zune guy. You're not necessarily a hacker, an IT guy. Big Zune guy. Zune, Z-U-N-E. There is only one New Zealand wine. You charlatan, answer her question.
There's only one New Zealand wine. I mean, that's the vast majority of the New Zealand planting is Sauvignon Blanc. I believe 70%. Oh man, I'm gonna get my percentages wrong. Don't start quoting percentages unless you're 100% on it. On my dad. I'm fairly certain New Zealand is Sauvignon Blanc because it goes hand in hand. I mean, you can find some Chardonnay there as well. Find a little Pinot Noir.
Okay, and then so you're a Zune guy. Would you? I mean, how many Zunes had you had?
I've gone to maybe 2 or 3 different Zunes in my day. I took a picture with the tiger in the background of the last Zune I went to. Kind of turned my back on it and it crawled up on me like I thought I was its prey. It was a pretty fun little trick.
Okay, and are you a big social media guy? You like getting on Facebook and whatnot? Phil Z hitting us with a communal vision. Very excited to read this. I have often worried that my computer wants to run my life.
Media and all that nowadays, maybe I was subconsciously correlating the rapid advances in technology with the level of inferiority that I have on a biological level. Maybe the omnipotent figure I saw was the advancement of mankind, and its relation to me falling in between the office buildings is me maybe not holding up to.
Yeah, it sounds like you feel. Yeah, it sounds like, if I could be blunt, it sounds like you feel like a pussy.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm an inferior pussy to this omnipotent AI spider god.
Yeah, you sound. Yeah, there's this omnipotent spider microchip thing is coming in. It's gonna tickle you to death.
It's
You're gonna be tickled
not a
to
good
death,
taste.
and you're gonna evaporate because you're a pussy. That's what your mind is saying that it feels.
My mind is saying that it feels a pussy.
It feels
That
like a pussy. It's not feeling a pussy.
Oh, like
It's
a pussy.
not.
Okay.
It is.
Well, all right, Leslie, I feel like we've come to a great conclusion here. I feel a lot better about myself
That
now.
felt really good. That felt really good, Will. I really appreciate
Yeah.
you granting so much to us tonight. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before we move on?
Try to eat the snakes before you love them.
I love that. Well, good luck with all the pythons and what have you down there.
All right, very much, Leslie. You have yourself a good night.
You too. Namaste. Didn't say it. Didn't say it. Did not say namaste. 708-240-8953. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's a program here. Well, we cured him of something. We didn't cure totally normal Will of being a pussy about whatever, it was at the root of that. That's a deeply rooted thing. And caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
Hey, this is Bill.
Bill, how are you doing tonight, Bill?
Doing great. Loving the show. How are you doing?
I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a wonderful evening with my community, my soldiers, my children, my explorers.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Excellent. Let's talk about dreams. I get a lot of dreams where I'm doing the same thing over and over, and it's just I keep going into the dream and it doesn't end. I just keep doing it over and over until I wake up. Like I'm falling in a hole over and over again, falling through a giant face. What do you think that means?
Does it feel good or bad? How's that feel to do that?
It's terrifying. It feels like I'm falling through the air, but I never land.
My knee-jerk reaction? It's a pussy.
Oh. I'm falling into pussy?
Yeah, but it's not like it's not in the good way.
Yeah. I mean, pussies are a little terrifying, I'll admit.
Yeah. Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yep.
Jessica maybe said OCD. Do you have OCD?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm not diagnosed OCD, no.
Have you ever suspected it?
Yeah, definitely. I know someone who is clinically diagnosed, and I'm not there yet. I can tell you that.
Okay, so they're really, they're doing it for real, and you're just maybe a hobbyist.
Right. I haven't fallen down sobbing because something was in the wrong place.
I thought of something earlier today.
What's that?
I thought of somebody describing themselves as a poor hobbyist, and it rang with such a sadness in my mind.
That's deep. That's true.
And then I laughed to myself.
It's like someone who sucks at video games.
Yeah.
It's like someone who sucks at video games. Like your hobby is just failing.
Yeah, you're just like, exactly, yeah. Well, listen, so you're falling in this hole. Are you doing anything before you fall in the hole?
Usually I'm being pushed by somebody in the dream, someone I trust, pushes me in the hole, and then I'm falling through an infinite series of faces, generally speaking.
A series of what was it? Faces.
Faces? Yeah, like I'm falling it through someone's mouth into another mouth, so on and so forth.
Mouth? I didn't even hear that stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Some kind of oral fixation, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you get laid?
I get laid at least once a week, two or three times a week.
That's pretty good.
Not enough blowjobs, maybe?
I mean, I'm not one of those mental health professionals that puts a lot of stock in the difference between different ways of, interpersonally coming. So I don't necessarily think that. No, I think that maybe some of my colleagues would disagree, but I would disagree with them. I would say that they're wrong. I think if you're busting, you're busting. A bust is a bust.
Okay, that's fair.
But you're falling in their mouth. Sex is about power and vice versa, and I think these mouths, you're being consumed, you're being eaten. And there's another one waiting for you, and you're always being eaten, and it's infinitely long, you said. Infinite number of faces, always. There's always someone else waiting.
That's right, until I wake up.
Even as you survive, the first one, there's a second one. After the second, there's a third.
That's right. And there's no bodies behind it. It's just faces all the way down.
And do they look at you, or do they even notice you?
They don't. They're just looking ahead. Their mouths are open, happy, expecting me coming through them, and they're not even looking at me. It's not my own face.
Okay. So it's a passive thing. It's not an active predation. There's a sort of, there's something about the natural way that these faces operate that is consuming you.
Mm-hmm.
And do you ever expect to die, or are you ever afraid that you're going to die?
In real life, or in the dream?
In the dream.
I think I'm going to die, but I never die. It's just that constant, falling sensation.
Where your gut and your ass feel weird?
Yeah, it just feels like they flip-flopped,
Yeah. Question from the chat. I'm seeing two things of interest. Not Me says, maybe he just needs attention. Maybe you aren't getting enough attention. Has that resonated at all?
I mean, I'm calling on the show, so I think attention is something I crave.
That's a really good point. Second, that's a really good point. Second one coming from Doofus Dusseldorf, being eaten by titans. Is he watching Attack on Titan?
No, but I've seen that show. It's too depressing for me. No thanks.
I couldn't get into it. The hype.
Yeah, it's too dark.
The hype really repelled
Everyone's so
me.
sad. Mm-hmm.
At the time.
Yeah, there's definitely something. Everyone tells you that it's really good, and then you see it, and it's not as good as you were hoping. Yeah.
Also, yeah, exactly. I'm also I feel like I'm like an old head you hear about an anime, or you go to maybe one of these conventions or something, and everyone's talking about this one anime. They're all talking about, oh, this is the first best anime that's ever existed. And you're like, God damn, this is not as good as the ones that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think if you find it on your own, it's a little more special.
Say that again?
I think when you find it on your own, you find that show on your own, it's a little more special. And then when you tell everyone else about it, it's like, oh, I found this thing that not everybody knows about.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, when I was a teenager, I was an insufferable Neon Genesis Evangelion fan.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was... I had a real intense NGE phase later on. I wasn't a teenager.
Yeah.
But I love that shit. Did you watch the Netflix ones?
I haven't seen those, no.
Oh man, I feel bad for because I would tell people for a while, like people that I was like close enough friends with, I'd be like, you should watch Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It's crazy. And then they'd be like, okay, cool. And then they'd never watch it because there wasn't like an easy way to watch it. Like the DVD was rare, and you'd have to go on those like Kiss Anime or whatever. And my friends are normal, I guess, the ones I'm trying to tell to watch it. But there was but then once it got on Netflix, then like a handful of my friends started watching it, and I watched it, and it was like this because they redid the dub and the subtitles too.
Oh yeah, I've owned like every movie and every like version of the TV show up until like those Blu-rays they put out, the You Cannot Advance and You Cannot whatever.
Yeah.
I watched those and I was like, it's the same story all over again.
Yeah,
he's just trolling us at this point.
No,
he's just trolling us at this point.
You should watch the Netflix one. Listen, me to you right now, one-on-one. I'm going to tell you this as, you know, an aged fan of that show. The Netflix version of it sucks dick. It's not, and I mean in a bad way. I don't mean in a cool woo party way that you get your dick sucked and it feels good. I mean in a bad way.
Namaste. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Well, listen. Your dream about getting consumed by faces. I think that is a sign of. I think it's bad, but in that it's bad, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think there's probably you're spending a lot of energy on something that is you wish you could stop doing.
Oh, like my job.
Yes, like your job. What is it
I
that
think
you
we
do
got
again,
breakthrough.
Bill?
Oh, I'm in IT.
IT. That's funny. The last guy the last guy I thought he was gonna say he worked in IT, but now you're the IT guy.
Yeah, it's a soulless endeavor for sure.
Yeah, it seems like it. I think there's we got at least one ex-IT guy in the chat right now. I know. We got any other IT fellas or ladies or theys in the are you them and you're a little hacker thems in the chat right now? Tickle. So listen, I don't mean to keep you all night. This has been there's something about your conversational style and your mind that has allowed us to dance with one another tonight. Have you felt that?
Oh yeah, I've felt this was great. I'm so verklempt now. Thank you.
I feel the same. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before we move on?
Don't make any financial decisions based on your dreams.
You fucked that up before, haven't you?
Let's just say.
I can't wait to hear about that. You should have said that one as the dream, because I'm excited to hear about that. But next call, how about?
Sounds good.
Okay, well, Bill, you have a wonderful evening.
You too, Leslie.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Wonderful to chat with Bill. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful to chat with Bill. Guys, shout out to Mormon bitches. Straight up, we are going to give it up for the Mormon ladies who shared this with the world through Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. The Sodi. Can't get enough of this shit. The fucking Sodi. Can we get any other Sodi fans? It's Diet Coke with coffee creamer in it. I wish it was Mormon titty milk. Lord knows it's robust. But seriously, thank you so much, Mormon chicks. Thank you for sharing this with me. I really appreciate what you did. Really changed my casual little treat drink life. Yeah, Diet Coke, because they don't drink coffee, so they drink Coke or something. Caller, how you doing tonight?
Good, Leslie. It's Mike. You sound 1,000% better, my friend.
Oh, Mike, I'm doing so much better. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. Thanks for giving a call 2 streams in a row, bud.
Hey, man, your show is great. This show has been phenomenal, as always. I've come to expect. Real quick, though, all these dreams. My dreams I have all the time, and this is how public school, I think, has messed me up for many, many years. I'll be in my 11th grade classroom. It's, I went to school in New York, so we got done in June. So it's sometime in June. It's getting real close to the end. I'm about to graduate, and then I realized that I have not gone to 2 classes for the whole year. I have not gone. I haven't showed up. I was supposed to be going, and then it's a whole thing where I'm like, oh, I thought I told the secretary to take me out of that class. Oh my God, no, I didn't. Oh my God, I'm getting zeros.
Yeah.
And I know it's. I wake up in a deep sweat, and then it takes me about 5 minutes to realize I'm a grown ass man, and that's not decades ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I am plagued by this dream as well. It's finals day, like towards the end of the finals week someday, and I'm just like, I looked at my schedule, I'm like, oh, I've got a final for like U.S. history or some shit. I'm like, oh,
yes.
That was on Thursdays in the morning. I thought I could just fucking sleep in.
Was it really U.S. history? Because I remember the 2 classes. It was a U.S. history class and this physics teacher that I could not stand. And I was like, good, I'm glad I didn't go to his class, but now I got to not graduate? This is terrible.
Honestly, I couldn't. I'm right there with you. I've had this dream so many times, and it is. I have it once every couple months. I feel like, and it's brand new every single time I have it.
How do we get rid of it, my guru? Come on,
honestly, can I be 100% honest with you, Mike?
No, of course. Go, please. I need this.
Okay. I'm going to be... No, Real Ghost, caught on camera. That's a good question. So Real Ghost just asked, you have academic education. And weirdly enough, yes. Weirdly enough, a lot. And it sucked ass. I wish I could unlearn it. And I'm actually in an active process of unlearning any of the facts and any of the indoctrination that I experience in the academic sphere. So let me tell you though, Mike. You're asking about how to excise the
torment.
Yeah, the torment. Now the single greatest thing that I did for myself, and it's a more advanced level of explorations. I will be honest with you. A lot of people are not ready for it. And Loki69 asks, what the fuck is going on in here? Namaste to you. Welcome to Explorations.
The truth is happening. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to Explorations. There are many things to many people are happening. And as we navigate these paths, they all lead to one place. And where do they lead? To Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, the host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. This is the final program that you'll ever need. A program with which we explore the universe both inside and out to unlock and unleash the true power that courses through our veins as we live and breathe in this very moment. Namaste. If you wish to follow, you'll be granted some channel points, and you can guide our collective and your individual exploration in the channel points below. namaste to you. I hope that you find what you're looking for. If you find yourself repelled by that which we do here, and an affirmation for women excited about this is for the ladies. Listen, sodies. If you're not up on sodies, mixture of pop and coffee creamer, you are fucking up. You got to get on the sodi train, okay? Toot toot, Sodi Train Express coming into town at the Pussy Station for women. So you got to check out soda pop with coffee creamer. It'll change your life. Namaste. Loki is on drugs. Well, that's perfect. That's perfect. What kind of drugs, Loki? Share with us. Now, Mike,
I'm still here, Leslie. You're not helping. Help me.
Listen, I'm going to help you in goddamn due time. Now, if you're miserable right now, what I want you to do is be miserable. All right? I don't.
Okay.
If you're miserable, it's because it's true and honest. Okay? That's your relationship with reality. Don't be so eager for someone to take away your relationship to reality.
Wow.
Okay, but I will help you though. Okay, Mike?
Okay, good.
Here it is.
Good. This is what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Loki69, I absolutely disagree with you. Loki says, Mike, get a hold of this. I'm gonna give you the secret in just a second, okay? But Loki60 said, I'm not miserable, I'm perfect.
Oh, we got Jesus in the chat. Can I jump in the chat and talk to Jesus, please?
Yeah, we've got a perfect being in chat. If we have any questions for the perfect being,
now Mr. Christ, I have a question. How'd you get up on that cross? You're so smart. That's what I would say. No, I take it back.
Yeah, if you were so smart, why would you be crucified, you fucking idiot?
Yeah, I mean, really, when you think about it. Some would say. Not me. I didn't say it. You said it.
I did. I'll say it over and over again. Well, Mike, ready for the secret? The secret,
yes.
One of the more advanced parts of the program is... it's more advanced for a reason, because we do unfortunately have a lot of written material in order to absorb what we have here, the sort of curriculum.
Of course.
But one of the final steps is actually unlearning how to read.
Do you know how good that sounds? Because I'm mad at myself for not reading. So if I didn't know how to read, no one could say anything. They'd be, hey, did you read that good book? And then they'd have to stop.
Especially if someone hands you something and says like, what do you want to eat? Here's the menu. And you're like, I can't read. And they look at you with pity, and they're like, I know somebody who can help you with that. And you're like, no, I don't know how to read on purpose. I don't need your charity. I don't need your help. I am actualized. I'm the most actualized human being that you've ever met in your life, actually.
Right, and then you just order calamari and tell them to make it. It doesn't matter. It's a restaurant.
Yes.
Go find the squid. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job.
See, you feel that? You feel that reservoir of passion that we tapped into, Mike?
See what we did? I knew it. I knew I waited, and I knew you'd have it. I get upset sometimes because I'm impatient, and that's a whole nother show. You know what I mean? But
I could feel that hot lust coming off you, Mike. I could feel that hot lust coming through the phone line. And I just want you to know...
I can feel it from you.
Listen, I want you to know that this reservoir that you kind of stumbled upon, you just kind of felt it out into the dark woods. You found that reservoir of passion, of lust, of discontent, but you found an undoubtedly vast reservoir of energy to actualize the self, to optimize the self. And it is through this disdain for fact, disdain for knowledge, disdain for salvation through objectivity. No, you're cutting yourself off. You're cutting yourself off so severely that when the time comes, you won't be able to read the goddamn words on the screen.
And I can't wait. Can I just tell you, I can't wait for it. So I know tonight, there will be no dream about, hey, Mr. So-and-so with your physics test. I'm going to dream about how I'm not going to know how to read. Basically, every reality star doesn't know how to read, which means I'm going to be famous. It'll be a famous dream tonight, and it'll all be thanks to who? To who, everyone?
Say that again?
Who would it be thanks to? That I'm going to live the best dream of my life tonight. It's Leslie Tanner. That's who it's thanks to.
I love hearing that.
Now,
I am celebrating you right now. I am cherishing you right now. I am so excited for you to have this dream tonight. I want to hear about it. We're going to be streaming tomorrow night again. If you have time to call in.
Oh.
But if not, we'll get to it when we get to it.
We will follow up. And listen, you need to know more about your little sex dream with them four. You need to know who's sucking them, on your udders, etc. But listen, I'm not going to take up any more of your time.
I'll tell you after the call. I'll just say it, okay? After the call.
I love it. Namaste,
Namaste, Mike. Wonderful. So that dream that I alluded to earlier, when Isabeau asked me my best dream I've ever had, and she thought I was going to say something like opening Christmas gifts, but in reality, what my best dream. Hey caller, how's it going?
Hi, am I on the air?
You bet you. You're on Explorations. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you?
You can. What can you call me? That's a good question. What would you like to call me? Let's start from there.
What would I like to call you?
Yeah. Your initial impression, perhaps.
Give me a second.
Take your time. It's your program.
Can you repeat after me for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Time marches.
Can you repeat after me a second?
Time marches.
My what?
You just repeat after me.
Time marches. Okay.
Ready? Time marches.
Time marches.
The moon fades.
The moon fades.
Cumpleaños a ti.
Cumpleaños a ti.
Would you like to see?
Would you like to see?
I am fertile. Fertile as can be.
I am fertile. Fertile as can be.
The sun shines like the shining sea.
The sun shines like the shining sea.
Tickle, tickle, here comes the bees.
Tickle, tickle, here comes the bees.
Okay, I'm going to call you Deb.
Okay, you can call me Deb. That's fine.
Deb.
I
You're
hear
Deb
that
now.
you're gonna help me with my dreams. Is that true? Is this the right line for that?
Yep, that's 100% what we're doing tonight. We're getting into dreams, and I'm curing people. I've cured a couple people of autism. Do you have autism?
No, I don't think so. Technically,
okay. Not technically.
But maybe you could help me, Deb, which is my name right now. So I've been having this dream a lot lately. I don't want to toot my own horn or whatever, but like I am also like a Twitch streamer. And
okay.
I've been having.
You're not tooting a horn. Dude, there's nothing. Are you proud of it? A little bit.
Define proud.
Yeah. Let's say it. We're both proud streamers.
We're entertainers at the end of the day. We live to entertain. I think you and I do kind of similar things in some capacity, but we live for the spotlight. We live for attention. I feel like you can't be a Twitch streamer if you don't want attention. Let's be honest. Everyone's lying if they're like, I'm just doing it to have fun. No, you want attention.
Yes.
Let's be honest. So I've been having this dream a lot lately. It comes and goes. I have a constant dream. I have the dream, and I think that I'm still streaming when I'm sleeping. And I don't know what to do about that.
You have a dream that you're streaming still, and does it feel? How does that feel? How does that feel to have that realization, like, oh, I'm streaming again?
It's more of that. The setup is I went to bed in my dream, and I'm still streaming, and I'm now conscious of me being live, and I am in bed, and not, there's a camera there. I am not paying attention, and oftentimes news. So it's like, I don't know what that means, and I don't know if it's scary, but it's definitely unsettling.
Okay. Do you show Hog on the stream in your dream?
Yeah, Leslie, you may not know me very well, but Deb is always showing Hog, full hog in it.
Deb is a whole hog streamer.
Deb is a whole hog streamer.
So do you stream on Kick?
No, I stream on the Twitch.tv application, the one that you're on right now.
I know of that. Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, you're aware of it.
So talk to me. Okay, let's. We got a dream. Now we need to figure out.
Yeah.
See, I don't necessarily see what's wrong with you yet. I mean, I see a couple of possibilities, but I'd like to narrow this down a little bit. What? How mentally ill are you?
Ooh, define mentally ill.
Like crazy, fucked up, needy, distant, retarded, any number of these words.
I would say 2 out of 3 ain't bad, to be honest. Out of those lists.
Okay.
Deb likes to talk in the third person sometimes. Deb gets some anxiety. Deb likes to rage at a local Arby's sometimes. So you take it what you will.
Okay. So you show penis on stream, even in your dreams, and you don't.
Well, no, just in dream, not the Twitch.tv.
Right. I would if I could, but I can't. Nindy New shares, does Deb demand that we put the lotion in the basket? Are you that kind of crazy? Do you have sort of...
No, I don't really like taking captures anymore. Because quite frankly, it's a lot of work. Because I have to go to my job at the USPS, and I have to come back, and I hope they don't escape. And that's a bunch of anxiety at my job, and I just can't have that anymore. So I stopped taking captors a while ago. I think that's good for me mentally and physically, because some of them just get very strong for that fight or flight kind of thing that you hear about.
Right.
And they punch a lot. So you kind of have to deal with that as you will.
So, this is a recurring dream, and do you wish to not have this dream, or do you wish to keep this dream?
I want to have this dream because as once we're offline, once we get arrayed in someone, we often want to be away from the computer. But I go to bed to get away from my computer, and then I'm back. I'm back on the computer. I'm back with my dog, and everyone sees me sleeping, and it's a little embarrassing.
All right, I got you. This is what I want you to do. We need to, on the outset, just to lay some groundwork for what we're about to talk about. We are going to make a more distinct separation between your life away from streaming and your life streaming. So you're committed to stream. Work, a mess, anxious.
I'm committed. Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we are going to think of what we get out of what you get out of streaming, and we're going to think of what the opposite of that is. And we're going to give ourselves homework and do exactly that by yourself for no one but yourself. Selfishly do the opposite of what makes streaming appealing to you. So what are some positives, the pros of streaming?
Well, the one pro of streaming is that I don't get enough sleep. Another pro of streaming is that I get immediate validation for my action.
Right. They another
good
little boy.
Yeah, I'm just a good little piss boy. They're so happy for me, which is probably a good and bad thing, to be honest. Like, another thing that you get out of streaming is that you just you think that there's a tomorrow, and I don't know if there is a tomorrow. Not streaming on the computer.
So it sounds like the main benefit is just to kind of help you hope, which is dangerous, which is a bad thing. Hope is you're kind of in that place where you cling on to one time I had a homeless neighbor who very soberly told me as it was getting cold. He said, "Listen, if you ever end up homeless, which I oddly enough would be." But he said at the time, if you ever end up homeless, stay away from the dryer vents because you'll never leave the dryer vent. So, now what your dryer vent is right now is streaming, unfortunately. And as understandable and relatable as it is to cling on to something that gives you hope, something that kind of makes you feel better about the passage of time, it gives you mentioned tomorrow, a sense of tomorrow. We need to do the opposite of that. We kind of need to turn inward, and we need to turn towards that abyss that you're avoiding. Okay?
Okay. I think I see what you mean, but it sounds like to me that you're trying to take my viewers. Is that what you're like? If I don't stream, my viewers will probably go to you, some other streamer. Are you trying to run me out of Twitch.tv business?
I don't give a fuck about the Twitch.tv business, so no.
Okay, well, as long as we're on the same page as that.
I mean, the Explorations message will find its home, will find its followers, regardless of whether it's on, any manner of things. I'll go back to IRC if I have to. ICQ.
Yeah, that's fine. Other examples, AIM, MSN Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, Yahoo Pool. Exactly. I met a lot. I met a lot of good 30-year-olds on Yahoo Pool when I was younger. So,
well, listen. What I want you to do. So you're naked in your dream and you're streaming. So what I want you to do next time, and let's set an hour a week. Let's make it a half an hour a week. Let's make it even easier.
Okay.
Half an hour a week. Put on as many clothes as possible, but still somehow have your penis out. And go look in the mirror.
Well, that's good.
By yourself.
Okay.
One light bulb on in the room. It's you for yourself. This is also called alpha sensuality within the program. You for yourself.
Okay. I like that. What am I saying to myself in the mirror? Is it kind of like
you don't
how
say
Sims
shit.
learn language?
No entertainment.
Okay, I just stare.
No thoughts. Silence.
Deb likes this so far. I think this is very inner sanctum.
And it's going to be miserable.
Now.
I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, I don't want to look at my dong for too long. I feel like that's just,
listen.
That's like a law of diminishing returns, in my opinion.
If it feels good, you're doing it wrong. Just remember that, okay?
Okay, I like that. Okay, if I feel any sense of pride, happiness, I'm doing it wrong.
Pride, happiness, especially hope. We need to get you off that shit.
Avoid
it's dangerous. Hope. It's bad.
Avoid hope. Okay, I like that.
Okay. Well, listen. Give it a try. You know, think of it as an experiment. Give it a try and come back and tell me how this works out. Okay? Because if it doesn't work out, I've got a million other tricks up my sleeves, and we'll get you cured up. All right?
I love it. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you as a person and as an individual, and enjoy the rest of your program this evening.
Bless you, Deb. Bless you. Thank you for hanging out.
Goodbye. Deb says goodbye.
Goodbye, Deb. Wonderful. Wonderful chat with Deb. We got time for one more caller tonight. One more caller. They were all clones of myself sucking my dicks off, and this is an affirmation for women. Listen, if you gotta, the water flows as if there is no time. Time to wonder, time to rhyme. You're fucking welcome. And we got one more coming up. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight? Caller, you there? Caller, you there? All right, well, can't hear you, but call back if you'd like. We got time for one more caller. Let's see who we should raid tonight. Why'd that go to missed call? Well, try again. Guys, we'll get one more in. Sorry the phone's being a little funny right now. Namaste. I know we're going to raid. Caller, welcome to Explorations. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hello.
How are you, caller?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm on cloud 911. And by that I mean good. If you can imagine 3,000, upwards of 3,000 people dying, but it's, you know, instead of bad and horrible, it's actually good. So that's what I mean by that.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. I'm glad to hear your voice. Caller, what's something I can call you tonight?
You can call me Avery.
Avery. Okay, Avery, it's good to speak with you. How are you this evening?
Pretty decent.
Pretty anxious, you said?
Helping out, you know. No, just doing decent.
Doing decent. All right. What are you up to? What are you getting up to tonight?
Just lounging around, watching streams.
And Avery? Is this your first time you've called this program?
Yeah.
Avery, you should have said something. Guys, can we get some W's in the chat for Avery right now? Avery's jumping in head first, getting excited, getting wet, getting moist and damp with us. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Have you watched the program before?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, well, listen, how the heck did you find us?
You know, I've been around a lot of strange Twitch streams.
Uh-huh.
That's probably why I've got it suggested. Not to call you strange or anything like that, but obscure is a better word.
Obscure. So you're looking for those little diamonds in the rough, those little weird zones.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite weird zones on Twitch?
Cat girls, of course. Cooking videos for sure. Stuff like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And do you know what it is that we do here, Avery?
Mental health awareness.
Yeah, unfortunately I use those tags in order to appeal to people, and then once we get here that we do a lot of the opposite. Nindy New, Avery's in between. Hold on, we got a communal vision. Nindy New says Avery's in between wank sessions. Aren't we all? Aren't we all just in between wank sessions? I love that. I love that. It's just life is what happens in between jacking off. I think that's a better way to think about life than in between, goals or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about, Avery?
Yeah, I understand.
Has anyone ever said that to you? Life's what happens in between the stuff, the big stuff.
Yeah, I think life is what you make it.
If somebody says that to me and I'm filled with so much anger.
Yeah.
You know why I'm filled with anger, Avery?
Why?
Filled with anger because underneath that phrase is one of the most insidious things that someone can do to another person. Underneath that phrase is an attempt to manipulate, an attempt to essentially sell a multi-level marketing campaign on a spiritual level. They are trying to get you to appreciate your life.
What's so wrong with that?
I'm sorry. What's so wrong with appreciating life?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy your life?
I'd say yeah, for the most part.
You know what? The first thing you said was, though, Avery? Now, as a mental health professional, Avery, I'm trained to pick up on the subconscious mind, even though my patients and those in my program don't share those with me. Maybe not verbally, maybe not consciously. But the first thing that you shared with me when I asked you if you enjoyed your life, you said
Well, that just means there's room for improvement. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry, say it again. I couldn't hear you.
I just said that's because there's room for improvement.
You know what I heard it as? I heard it as a deep, profound moan of desperation and despair into the abyss.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it as whatever you want.
I will take it because I'm right.
Okay.
It is so fun playing the subjective game. I love doing that as well.
Before we jump head into the abyss, would you like to hear one of my dreams?
I would love to hear one of your dreams because I think, honestly, I think that you're an excellent candidate for the work that we do here. We like to mix our business and pleasure, work and fun. We like to have a little bit of both. And I love the spirit of wanting to get down to work. And you tell me about this dream right now. But also, I can see the road ahead of you, and it's miserable, but it's beautiful. And as soon as it becomes unmiserable, and that's away from the program, then it'll become very dark. It'll become very bad for you. But if you stay here, then we can get back in touch with this misery. But yeah, tell me about the dream. I'm excited to have somebody new on board, Avery, and bless you and namaste for being with us tonight.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, so remember the caller before talking about spider robots, something like that.
Hold on, can you speak into the microphone just a little bit more? It sounds a little muffled.
Okay, yeah. So remember the caller before, he was talking about spider robots?
Yep, I recall that.
Mm-hmm. So I was just going to give you one of my dreams. So I go out, I'm looking in my house, I see at the window there is a UFO, and then I go outside, walk toward the UFO, and there's a huge spider with claws, like futuristic robotic thing, and then it tries to attack me, and then I wake up.
Yeah.
So that was my dream. I just wanted to add some more to the spider stuff. I have more dreams.
You know, you have no, let's take that dream. I love the first one. The first one's usually got the most meat on the bones. But, you know, I want to give you an award tonight, Avery, because you had the most succinct dream that anyone has shared tonight. Everybody else had had a goddamn novella.
Yeah.
You got right to the point. You gave me the the steamy deets, and that's all you wanted to share, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
There's this guy named Ahmed about 2 hours ago. Bless his heart, good guy, seems like. I'm excited to have him as part of the program. But he talked for about 12 minutes without a single sort of vocal affirmation from me.
Yeah, I think I was there for
that. I love him, though, and I can't wait to hear the end of it because I feel like there's really something really pungent there. Also, he's Muslim, and I'm used to working with subconscious signifiers of a Christian, Western Judeo-Christian mind, and there's this thing about a pig, and I'm so excited to learn. I'm a learner. I love learning.
Yeah, me too.
Are you a learner? Do you love to learn?
Yeah, always when I can. Yeah.
Everything you can when you can. Beautiful. I love your energy. Now, talk to me. This robots. Now, were you scared of the robots?
Oh yeah, I was scared of it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Not like a petrifying thing, but more like I need to get the heck out of here.
I need to bolt. I need to jolt. Yeah. The old soda pop. Out of here.
Yeah.
Were you sexually attracted to the robot in any way, Avery?
No.
Were you open to it? Had you been attracted to the robot, would you have honored that divinity and that hideous nature inside of you?
I'm going to pass on that one.
Interesting. We got a sneaky little raccoon on our hands. I love that. I love that energy. Now, you're closed off. You close that closet up as far as being attracted to robots, which I think is going to become a more pressing issue as time goes by. Now, overall, right now, from a distance, where do you stand on the idea of people and robots getting married and having sex?
I think it's not the best idea. Yeah.
You're not pro. You're anti.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you think it's bad? Do you think that it should be legally banned?
Well, morally, more so, because legally you can't really do much about that. But
morally, it's all it's chaos out there.
Yeah.
But legally, if you were the president, would you sign an executive order saying you guys can't fuck or marry robots anymore?
Well, people are going to do it anyways. I mean, I would try to get rid of it, but
would you put people in jail?
There's going to be some kind of prohibition, and people are going to be making robots in their bathtubs. Can't have that.
You know it. They're going to make robots with like tight fuckable little robot pussies and just massive throbbing, vibrating cocks and what have you.
Yep. I mean, they already got them, so.
Here we are. The future is now, and it's. Oh, I love that. How many tubs do you have? Somebody from the chat wanted me to ask. How many tubs?
I think I've got about dos.
Do you got 2 tubs? You're a 2-tubber?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Mm-hmm.
2 tubs. Very cool. So I'm sure you have plenty of friends. So let's listen. I feel like this was a really perfect call, Avery. You really called up and you shared, but you're also mysterious. Did you notice that you were a little more mysterious than some of the other callers?
That's not tell you about my attention.
That's all. Sure, yeah, that's all you wanted. That's all you wanted. And listen, I appreciate you again. Like I said, I think that this program is a perfect kind of thing for you, and I'm excited to see you progress should you come back. Okay?
All right.
Well, Avery, is there anything else that you'd like to share with the chat tonight before we move on?
No, that's it for now.
Okay.
Have a good night, hopefully.
Wonderful night, Avery. Namaste.
You too. Bye.
Namaste. You could just say it. Oh, he could have just said it. He could have just said it, but he didn't. Is he still going? Okay, let's do it. We're going to raid. Guys, we're going to be back tomorrow. That's it for tonight. That's our explorations for tonight, everybody. Wonderful. A wonderful call, a wonderful evening of chit-chat about dreams. We cured autism 7 or 8 times, and probably in a whole other manner of things. That was all very fun, and I appreciate all of you being here. Real Ghost, Beef, please be offended. A namaste to Over P. You hung out very hard tonight. VJ Doofus, our newly minted moderator VJ, Old Head Doofus, Now It's Dark, Stone, Foe, what's up? It's great. Listen, we'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, let's try 8, see how it goes. Normally, it works better if we start later on Saturday, but let's try 8 tomorrow night. 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time tomorrow. We'll be streaming. Who fucking God knows what we'll be doing. Probably, who knows? Let's just leave it a mystery tomorrow. But for now, we're going to fucking raid. Let's see here. I got it right here. Get this going. Namaste, you guys. Very fun night. Very fun, very active, crazy, freaky Friday night. I hope that the cobbler was wonderful tonight. I saw people being really enthusiastic about peach cobbler. And guys, please, it's going to be a rough day until we can meet each other again. Just remember to act as normal as possible if you start freaking out. Try the breathing thing, probably won't work. Try the senses thing, probably won't work. Just fucking smile a little bit and don't make eye contact for that long. And stay it'll keep you out of the hospital for a day. Either way, namaste. It's wonderful to have been with you. And we'll definitely be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Oh, the credits. Shit. And for now, let's go raid. Homie Civic. We're raiding Homie Civic TV. Love Civic. Great vibes. Great entertainment. Cool new setup over there. Fucking shit up. Absolutely. But we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8. Bless you guys, and let's just go do it. Let's just go do it right now. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Namaste.